what about the Samanid?
Wasn't the Great Uzbek fucking? Wasn't the Great Uzbek fucking empire?
And no,
the Persian Empire.
Persia is the name.
Yeah, it's a made-up thing. Yeah, we know, just like you are.
Persia is.
You guys are the Mexicans of the Iranic people.
Rich, shut up for 1 second.
Yeah. He just gets like
Like you have waspy white at top, then Mexicans, then blacks. You're the blacks.
Shut up for a second. Persia was the name that the West gave to Iran, but we always called it Iran. We never called it Persia.
Did you call it Tajik Empire?
They called us Persia.
It's called the Tajik Empire?
No. You called us Persia.
Well, it was called the Persian Empire. Yeah, it was the Persian. Okay. Yeah, but that word in English is the Persian Empire.
Yeah, for you.
It was never called the Tajik Empire.
Not for us. Well, you made a mistake, not us.
Yeah.
Can you mute him? Can you mute
I don't remember the story of Esther marrying the Tajik Emperor.
Go ahead, Sina, go ahead.
I remember her marrying the Persian Emperor.
So, Rita, the reason you don't know a lot about the Tajiks is because the Tajik was just like had just like a lot of meanings, okay, and right now it is referred to somebody who is Iranic and who speaks Persian and live in the East, in the Central Asia and the East, like Iran, you know, the region so-called Iran. And our old names, if you like read history, if you read books, we were named Parthians, Sogdians, Bactrians. We were the guys who burned Athena, okay, to the ground.
That wasn't my question. My question was,
okay,
is there Tajik people and then there's a Persian people?
10,000 immortals, every single one of them
immortals,
from fucking Sogdiana.
Oh, God.
Burned Athena to the
ground. Yeah.
Immortal
You guys
hearts.
just remember the Persians got beat by the 300. And you even made a movie about
That's just in the movie.
No, it's
just a movie. We burned Athena. We burned Athena literally, okay? So 10,000 immortals.
You mean Athens when they were already a shithole at that time?
Wait a minute.
Athens was already under decline and falling apart when you guys attacked them.
Hell no.
Yeah, they were. They were literally like on the verge of like doing the same thing that they did to fucking Caesar. Like their whole country was falling apart, and you guys that came in and shit kicked them while they were already down. Okay. Like, don't you remember that part? Their entire economy was falling apart. They were like having inner strife and stuff, and you guys came in and kicked them all around.
In our
we beat them up while they were on the ground.
The population of Earth was part of our empire. 40%.
Yeah, you beat the Athenians while they were like down. That's all that happened.
It is like a country with the size of.
Imagine somebody's having like, check this out. Imagine somebody's having like a kidney stone or like their appendix is rupturing and they're laying on the ground screaming and writhing in pain, and then some dude comes by and starts kicking them in the face and says, I won.
Where are you from?
U.S. I'm the greatest people
somewhere
on Earth.
Canadian.
No, I'm the greatest people on Earth. I'm an Ashkenazi Jew. I run the world. We're the ones over there currently kicking the shit out of the Iranians. Oh, I'm not religiously Jewish, but I'm part of the Jewish clique.
Rich, you're really
ethnically
annoying.
Jewish.
Like, you're so full of shit. It's so annoying. Like, you destroy everything. Like, every single unity.
Cena's boring.
We work really hard to form a... Shut up for a second. We work really hard to form a unity, and then Rich comes and he fucks everything up. Either it's going to be that he says shit about Muhammad,
about what he's saying.
about the Prophet Muhammad, and then, or he's going to say shit about Iranians, or it's going to be about Somalis, or it's going to be, and then when I'm a moderator in the room, everyone hates me, and I'm not even the one saying that shit. It's Rich, or it's someone else saying that shit, and I'm just here like, and everyone hates me. So, Rich, you're really annoying, honestly.
Yeah.
I was away. What happened?
No, I'm just saying, every time we form a unity, we try to form a unity. We have these Arabs from the United Arab Emirates and Saudi and stuff coming here, supporting our movement, the Free Iran movement, and, you know, the pro-Israel. And then you people like Rich, they just destroy every single form of unity. It's really annoying.
They don't destroy it, but it's up to you how you respond to it. Remember, you don't control what they say.
Why did you?
You're Mexican.
Of course I'm Mexican, but all Rich does is he's a heretic.
Do you
He
know?
likes
Do
to
you know
stir
what
shit.
Mexicans Olympic team is so?
Say what again?
Can I
Do you know
point
what
out
Mexicans
I didn't hear you. I'm
team
sorry.
is so
I don't
weak?
speak English.
Do you know what Mexicans?
I don't speak your English.
Fucking retard.
Yes, Mexicans, we're fucking retards, but you keep coming to my country. You want our gold, you want our chocolate, you want our weed, you want our cocaine. You do have a bad problem.
Jason, what were you saying? Can you
Just
finish?
close my puppy.
You want a puppy? I'm not gay, bro. That
I
sounds
say
like
you were my
you need to
puppy.
find somewhere.
I said Masa and Lower my puppies.
God. Rich, shut up for a second. Jason, you were saying something.
Rafi is my
What
son.
you were saying about reaction or...
You never control what other people say, but you control your responses to what people say, what you respond to, right? So you can be like, hey, Rich, you can fuck off and die. And you think that he's going to give a shit? No. You think he's going to keep talking his shit? See, I like Rich for two reasons. One, he claims to be an autistic, but his pattern recognition doesn't talk like an autistic. He's more like ADHD retarded. So he knows lots of little things
I have
about lots of
ADHD
little
and
places,
high functioning
but he has
autism.
no reference of profession.
I have Asperger's
His parents are
and
probably lawyers,
ADHD.
and they probably
I
cater
have
to him too
ODD,
much.
what's
And so now he
oppositional
goes and
defiant
claims that he's a
disorder.
Texan,
I also
and
have
then it's like he's
dyslexia.
got a bad hemorrhoid in his mouth all the time. So yeah,
So I have autism spectrum disorder, specifically high functioning Asperger's, which is no longer the DSM-5. I have ADHD.
right. So
I have ODD. I have ODD,
right?
which is oppositional defiant disorder.
Just like you
And I'm
told
also
me last night that your kid is diagnosed with Asperger's, the only way you get that diagnosis is if you get it from an international doctor.
I said
That's what you said last night. So
No.
shut your lying trap. I don't care.
Why don't you keep his kids
Because
out
I
of your
love
mouth?
like
Hey,
you
why don't you keep my kids out of your mouth? Yeah, thank you.
That's right. What are you gonna do about it, Rich? You're in Texas.
Oh,
You're not gonna
let
do
me
shit.
hold on. Let me, Robbie, so I'm on headphones, right?
Hey, Rich likes to stir it
Shut
up.
your
It's
mouth,
okay.
Jason.
It's okay, Robbie.
Mute
Rich
this
likes
thing,
to
Jason.
stir up shit, and he can't take the
Mute
heat.
him. Mute
Because
him.
he likes to light
Mute him.
people up
Mute him,
just for
Robbie.
the fuck of
Mute him.
lighting them up.
Yeah, but he's not lighting up anybody's children in conversation. bro.
Exactly.
Oh, but he did last night, though. See,
Well, I said my son has Asperger's, which is high functioning autism, which I still use the terminology.
Forget the rest of the part.
I still use the terminology, even though they only diagnose for autism spectrum
I don't
disorder,
believe you.
because I do not like the ideal. I do not like the ideal that they categorize high functioning people today with low functioning people.
The problem
Kids
with
that sit
autism is they
and
umbrella
rock back
everything.
and forwards that are nonverbal,
Right.
that have to have their takers for the rest of their life till they're 90, till they die. I don't like being in the same freaking group with a person
So
that rocks
why
back
did
and
you-
forwards and goes,
why did you mention it, Rick?
when somebody
I mean,
slams
hey,
forward.
I know I have autism. It's not something I can change.
All right, let's
My
ask.
kids
Hold
are
on,
autistic.
hold on,
That's
Jason.
something I can change.
Hold
But you
on,
brought that into
Jason.
yourself, Rich.
Hold on.
Because
I said that my son has Asperger's, high functioning.
That's why I like
Because I don't want to associate my son, who has
Right.
full entire
You brought it
comprehension,
on to yourself.
with a kid who rocks back and
That- you
forwards
brought that all
and
on
grunts
yourself,
like
buddy.
grunts like a fucking chimpanzee or a bonobo.
You can be my
Oh,
monkey
you
if
have
you want.
beautiful,
I'll
you
get
have
you a
beautiful
leash.
children, Rich. You got
Yeah, I
beautiful
do.
children that are gonna take over the world.
All right, I'm gonna walk in the other room. Hold on just a second.
Yeah, you go right ahead and do that.
All right, Ellie, I have a question. Hold on, Ellie. Does Richie have autism?
Yes.
Does Daddy have autism?
Yes.
Does Grandpa have
Doesn't
autism?
really help it.
Yes.
There you go. So Grandpa has autism.
So now you coach your
Richie
kids
has
doing this.
autism, and I have autism.
Right.
Are we annoying autistic people?
Yes.
No.
She said yes.
Ellie,
She said yes.
Ellie.
Yeah.
Does your mommy have autism?
No.
Does your grandma have autism?
No.
Do you have autism?
No.
So how come only the men have autism? What's going
Because
on?
it's more prevalent.
Is your name Ellie? Is your name Ellie? Ellie, how come only the boys have autism? What's going on?
God bless you, Ellie.
God bless you.
Right.
Isn't
Your
there
mother
probably
is
the
really
block?
annoying.
Thank you. God bless you too.
That's
God
so
bless
sweet.
everybody.
Oh, that was just the
Just slap
best.
daddy in the face for me, thank you.
Yeah.
I agree. I see.
Stick your daddy in the nuts for me, please.
No, don't listen to him.
Want to
He's
slap?
not getting any.
No.
Daddy in the nuts.
That's a child.
That's on the naughty list. Don't listen to him.
You love that?
Yes, I love Daddy.
As
Thank
you
you.
should, he's a good dad.
Yeah.
Which do you like better, making number 1 or number 2?
They said that you like peeing or pooping better. That's weird for like a 60-year-old autistic homosexual man to ask you, right?
I'm not autistic.
Oh, okay. Well, he is homosexual. But I guess he gets a
I
pass. I guess he gets a pass to ask that to a young little girl.
Yeah, that's out. That's low key. I can't do that. That's not cool.
I just get it, so he gets a
You
pass.
brought her into the room, okay?
Well, Rabbi,
So
I'm on
now,
headphones.
you do
I'm on
research.
I'm on headphones. She can't hear me, firstly. Or she can't hear you. But yeah, just remember what I said, Rabbi. Not all pedophiles are homosexuals, but all homosexuals are pedophiles.
Well, you know, like I said, bro, they do that.
Every gay person is a pedophile.
They fuck with any of the kids. We gonna make them into
Actually,
bro.
I like Dredge. It's called.
Yeah, it was just amazing. Harry finally came back and stopped being a traitorous little whiny bitch. Oh my god.
Well, you seem, Rich, you seem like you've raised a beautiful daughter.
Oh yeah, all three of my kids are amazing. Like when I was sitting there yesterday in the drive-through of the gas station, I usually get like a half water, half lemonade for the drive-through gas station, and I could hear the kids in front, and they were screaming, and the mom was screaming at them, and I'm thinking to myself when they pulled away, I'm like, who the hell raises kids like that? Like my daughter's sitting here right now, just like drawing in her book and coloring. You know, my other two kids are there in the car. They may be loud and rambunctious, but they're never like just unruly. And when we go places, we sit down, and they sit down like little soldiers, and they just sit there and be quiet the whole time, as they're supposed to do.
That's awesome. That's great parenting.
Oh yeah, they're awesome. I describe my parenting as the same way I would train like a law enforcement or military Belgian Malinois.
That's
So I used to use like treats and stuff like that. I would throw something across the room, and I'd be like, "Hey, go get that. Bring it back to Daddy." Yeah, good job. Then I rub them on head, and then I would like 2 treats. And I'd be like, "Hey, do you want Cheerios?" And then I would like teach them to do stuff and give them little treats. And eventually, you just remove the treat, and then you just tell them to do it, and they do it. But yeah, my kids are like extremely well behaved. And both my wife and I.
They sound
Yeah.
like angels, bro. 'Cause
Oh yeah, they're amazing.
I was a demon child, so.
Oh yeah, so was I. My oldest son, the one that has autism, he can be pretty unruly at times. He gets overstimulated.
Some of our most brilliant minds in medicine and science were autistic, dude. I know you know that.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah, I just hate that they removed. So they removed the Asperger from DSM-5 because I think I said this the other day, but Asperger worked in Austria. He was researched as a spectrum disorder. And, they actually coined it after a high functioning autism because he was high functioning. But because he worked during World War II and he was in Austria, he, by association, worked for the Nazi Party, for the Third Reich. And since he worked for the Nazis, these third-wave feminist liberals found out that he worked for the Nazis because he was being paid by them, but he was just a researcher. He was receiving funding as a researcher to continue his research. And they used that against him. Also, they used the idea that Asperger's denotes high functioning, meaning to function, the ability to function within society without caretakers. So if you ever see like an autistic kid and he's 40 years old, his mom's 60 years old, and she's taking him out to lunch and she's telling him to like pick up his napkin and like, you know, instructing him to do stuff, and she's living with him or he's living with her for the rest of their life until eventually he gets old enough and he has to go into an assisted living home when the mom or dad dies. And that's low functioning. You know, they can't like have a job and a wife and a kids and drive a car and join the military, you know, all that kind of stuff. But it just pisses me off they removed it from the DSM-5. So everybody has to be in the same camp with a bunch of kids that are rocking back and forths.
Oh, so they're not differentiating the level of
It's all
functionality.
well, they do, but they put it all under one umbrella called autism spectrum disorder, which was still under that, but people that were high functioning and could function on their own and have like a wife and kids and live a regular life and shit didn't have to have like nurses and aides wiping their butt every day and feed them. They were called high functioning Asperger's when they removed it.
They moved it in 1994.
Yeah, it's bullcrap.
What do they call them now?
Autism spectrum disorder.
They also like to confuse you autism with a high level of AD or ADD.
Yeah.
Some have ADHD, but it's mostly ADD, and it's not even a disorder. It's just a processor that they function well at. They work on patterns. They highly articulate every single thing. They hear everything you say. They can be excellent in mathematics, mechanical. They can be surgeons. They can be lawyers. They can do a lot more things. Most of them design your video games that you play or apps. They know how to read code faster than the average
Yeah, you're
person.
right about that. That's a very good point, Jason. That's a very good point. You're right about that. You're right about that 100%.
And it's harder to diagnose children until they reach the age of 9, because the test is about 3 to 6 months of testing. They'll diagnose you autistic, but they won't diagnose you with the specific function of your autism and the level of it is. And then you have to ask for a specific specialist so that you can find out where your kid places, so that when you get an IEP or you get into the school program, they can place them most of the time. They don't have enough special education teachers who are trained in this. So what happens is most parents homeschool their kids up until the 5th or 6th grade, and then they can start blending in.
Yeah, I got lucky. My oldest son's in EEF, Early Education Fundamentals, so speech pathologist, behavioralists. They have like nurses, aides, all that kind of stuff. And all the cameras.
Are you going private or are you going to? Are they going public? Okay, well, you're in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're in Austin, was it, or Dallas?
No, Lubbock. I'm in Lubbock.
Lubbock. Oh, okay. So
my son
good up there.
Okay, so my son was 20 months old. He's a little over a year and a half. He only knew 3 words: Mama, Dada, Baba, mini bottle. And I bought ABC flashcards. We had already previously bought like 9 of these laminated board things that go on the wall, and they were in the middle of the living room. My wife would sit there and teach my daughter like ABCs, 1 through 100, 23, 2 and 3 dimensional shapes, all the colors, all the days of the week, the months, everything like that. All the different weather patterns and stuff like that, like sunny, cloudy, shady, all this stuff, rainy. And so she had been already teaching her for a couple weeks, and my son would sit over in the corner and play with his toys, and he was kind of nonverbal. Like, he only, like I said, 3 words, and most of the time grunt, or he would like super whisper where you couldn't make out what he was saying. And so then I finally bought some ABC flashcards. He was 20 months old. I brought him to the other room. I laid him down on the bed, and I was like, look, this is an A, and this is a B. And he started screaming and crap melting down. And I just got frustrated. And I set the cards down. My daughter picks them up, throws them astern all over the room. My son goes there and picks up the first one, and all he wanted was the cards. And I'm like, no, it's not playtime. We're going to learn this, So he picks up the first card, and he goes, A, apple, B, baby, C, cat, D, dog. Just rattles all of them off.
So the whole time while you were practicing with your daughter, he was learning.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
so we go into the other room. He rattled off all the ABCs and all the characters. Then he gets 1 through 19. He rattles them off. And I said, Richie, this is 20. Then he rattles 21 through 29. Then I said, this is 30. Then he did 31 through 39. Got all the way through the 1 through 100. I brought him over to 23, 2 and 3 dimensional shapes. He rattled them all off. Octagon, nonagon, hexagon, semicircle, sphere, Rubik's, all this stuff. And I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, I first asked my wife, I was like, when did you teach him ABCs? And she's like, I swear to you, I didn't teach him ABCs. I knew you wanted to teach him. And I was like, then how's he know ABCs? Like, none of us. I mean, my dad and I have autism spectrum disorder. My dad has 134 IQ. My brother has 160. I have 141. My aunt is 136. Cousin's 138. My grandfather was 139. There's 6 members of my family. Nobody knew all this shit at 20 months old. And so I sit down and I was like, how the hell does he know this? And we had always thought there was a little something off about him. Like, he was the only 3 of my kids that when they brought it, when he first came out, like literally newborn, they set him in the bassinet thing, swaddled, and my other kids would just kind of like stare off into nothing. And he would sit there, a nurse would walk out of the doctor, and he would look at them, and he would track them all the way across the room. And you'd watch his eyes, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then we were sitting there at the park, and he was probably like a year and a half, and he was leaning against like a post with his hand, and he was watching the people playing disc golf, and he was like tracking them with his eyes, which I thought was a little odd because the other two, my kid was just running around chasing butterflies and shit, and having fun. And so then I finally did all the stuff. Then we get him tested, and he was 2.5, and they said, well, we can't test him until he's 3, but yes, he is. Then once he turned 3, they like gave him a diagnosis and stuff, and they said he has extremely high functioning, almost borderlining on neurotypical. And but they still classified him as autistic. And but at this time, he still barely ever spoke. He was very aggressive, very frustrated, gets upset when he doesn't get his way because he wants to do it himself. And then also when it comes to school, when they place him in school at 3 years old through the EEF program, they put him in there, and they would sit down and they'd say, Richie, this is 1 + 1 = 2. And then they also think that he has, which is what my dad and my oldest brother have, is an eidetic memory, which is like beyond a photographic memory. Like they
I know about it.
My daughter sitting here at 8 years old can remember shit when she was like 3 years old, vividly. Like everything. Like I'm like, hey, do you remember? Or I'm like, I won't even say remember. I'm like, did you know that we did this such and such? And she'll just start rattling off the rest of the stuff that we did that day.
I'm like that too.
So,
yeah, I'm like that too.
Well, I ended up.
What? No, I'm just saying we were having actually a family dinner about like 2 weeks ago. We're sitting for Shabbat dinner, and then for some reason we got into a conversation from like back home when I was like fucking 3 years old, 4 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm 37 today, and they were talking about the
when I'm like 4 or 5.
So I'm saying, yeah, so they're like, they were talking about like the apartment we had and stuff. I'm like, oh, I remember it was our great grandmother lived in that room that goes into the balcony. They're like, how the fuck do you remember this guy? I remember her bed was to the right. I remember my daycare was to the left. My dad's business was to the right. I would always stare out of the fence looking at their business. So they pulled me out of daycare. They were all surprised that I remembered all these details from like such a young age.
So when I lived down in northern Kentucky, we used to live right next to a gas station. It was a little convenience store. It was the only convenience store in our town. And I remember walking with my brother and I'm probably like about 5. And my brother was probably like 3.5, 4. And we would walk next door, and we'd go over and get, because it was a little small town, like 380 people, kind of in the middle of nowhere. But we walked to this little convenience store, and we'd go get the Coca-Colas, and we would slip them out of the thing, and we would hold them at angles, because at the time, if you remove the cap, it would say you get a free soda, and you could redeem it right there with the cashier. So you give him the cap, and then he gets reimbursed by sending it in to Coca-Cola. So we would sit there, and we would tilt the Cokes a little bit at an angle, and we would look up there, and we would just look for the letter F, and we knew that meant free, 16-ounce Coke or 20-ounce Coke, whatever. So we would figure it out. And we would buy one soda, bring it up there, take the cap off, and go, oh, we won. And the guy's like, okay. So we go get a second one, and we would do the same thing. And we were like, oh, we won. And we would get like 6 sodas. And then finally, after like a couple days or a week, the guy that owns the place is like, hey, man, he's like, I have to send these in, and they have to reimburse me. He's like, can you guys just do like 2 or 3 a day? And I was like, okay. But I still remember that. We were like 5 or 6. And, yeah, with my son, I ended up, I was sitting there and I was driving down the road and I bought him a Happy Meal. And he has this little cup, and I taught him how to open up the 6-piece Happy Meal, and you slip the straw up between the top and the bottom lid. I don't know if anybody knows that. But it actually, you could set the chicken nuggets up on top, then you put your barbecue sauce on the other side, and it becomes like a one-handed chicken nugget soda holder, and with a little McDonald's box. But I was doing that, and then he took the chicken nuggets off, and he was reading the top lid, and he said, Daddy, look, he says, time to sip away, and that's what it says near where the straw entry is. And I said, how did you do that? And he said, I don't know, I read it. So I went to the teacher the next day, and I was like, I got a question. I was like, when did you guys start teaching them to read? And she's like, oh, we haven't got to that. That's till like next year. And I'm like, how's he know to read? I'm like, have you done sight words? And she's like, yeah, he's probably learned like 20 words. And I'm like, how the hell does he know how to read? And she's like, my son did the same thing. He just put all the letters together and take the sounds and puts them together and does it so fastly, does it so quick that he just reads out the words. So it says Rabbi on your name, he would be like, B, you know, like that. But he would just use it fluidly that he looks at and says, oh, that says Rabbi, and that says Rafi, and that says Masa. And I'd be like, what the fuck? And he's like, that's glow. And I'm like, how do you know how to read, dude? You're 5. Like, he just taught himself to read, I guess.
That's awesome, bro.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's the part of being a man I haven't fulfilled yet, is to have kids, man. So that's a blessing, bro.
I just want him to hurry up and start building like electric cars and spaceships and rockets and shit, so he can buy me a bunch of cool shit.
You think you have a young son?
Retire early.
I hope like an Elon Musk. That's what I'm betting for.
You're going for an Elon Musk?
Fucking crazy smart.
Yeah, if he's an Elon Musk, you know you're buying me a house, right? You're forcing me to buy me a house.
Dude, I can't wait. I just hope I live long enough.
You will, bro. Why the fuck you say that?
I want a Bugatti Chiron Super Sport. I mean, because anybody get dropped dead into the, I'm 41, but any of us could have a scheme of heart attack right now. You could be the next Lindsey Graham where the aorta just rips open. Unless you're going to become like a uppity homosexual like Matthew and take very good care of yourself, including your hair and like, you know, stuff like that, your skin.
And other homosexual activities.
Well, Matthew gets protein injections, so I think that's like good for his skin.
No, I do look younger for my age, that's for sure.
I'm at sea.
I used to hate it. I used to hate it when I was young, and especially in Japan, you get no respect the younger you are, right? You don't know respect at all.
What, semen injections?
Nah, that's better.
Yeah, that's
but I'm grateful I look at it. I remember, man, talking about smart kids. There's an amazing documentary, and I was always, these people really fascinate me. There's this girl living in like a fucking trailer park, and her dad was like raping her and fucking, just a horrific, like it was like a murder story. I think her and her sister ended up killing an old man or something like that. But you know, she had lived while she was like being molested by her dad. She was like flying through school. She had like a 145 IQ in like 9th grade or something like that. I'll see if I can find it somewhere. Those people really, you know, it's one thing to be a brilliant person in a regular family, but to do it when you're under a tremendous amount of stress or in like a war zone, those sorts of things, those people just blow me away that they can actually concentrate, you know?
I'm
like
walking
the ability
my
to
dog.
concentrate when your life is so stressful.
Yeah, I'm walking my dog, these kids, on these scooters and e-bikes.
Oh, they're crazy.
Yo, they're going like fucking 50, 60 clicks in like 30 zones. Like, they're going faster than cars. They're going over, like, they're passing cars.
Their brain's gonna be fucking smooth.
Bro, my brother just broke his shoulder and had to get an implant put in, a titanium implant put in from one of those fucking scooters. And he still can't, and he's out of the hospital for like 2 weeks now, and he still can't put his arm all the way up. It's gonna take time. Rehab and everything. Those things are death traps, bro.
So my brother bought both kids, one that's a 15-year-old and the other a 13-year-old. He bought them these scooters. I rode them like, there's something called the death wobble, first of all, because when I maxed it out, it's
yeah. Speed wobble. I think it's called a speed wobble. When you hit a certain frequency, it's like it's a vibrational thing.
Correct. So I took it to the maximum because again I thought I'm a little bit older, so again I risked it, no helmet, no nothing. This shit started to vibrate. Like I thought I'm gonna fucking go out.
Shit can happen on skateboards. Yeah, if you hold on to the back of a car and you're on a skateboard, all of a sudden it starts wobbling and it goes back and forth, left and right so fast, and you're fucked. That's it. That's all my buddy broke his collarbone.
So what's it called? The fucked up part is, I experienced a death wobble. The kids started laughing at me that I maxed it out. That this happens. I'm like, that's a normal fucking thing. They're like, yeah, it's a normal thing. I'm like to my brother, like, you guys got him like a fucking death trap. And I was like, what do you want me to do? They wanted it.
And the batteries sometimes on hot days they'll blow up on those things.
No,
Cheap ones.
that's
That's very true.
you got them like the crazy ones. But yeah, no, fucking scary fast. I'm watching these kids fly by right now. Like they overtook a car in a fucking like the suburbs. Okay, everybody's like going 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers. These kids are overtaking cars.
Jesus Christ.
And they're like 12 years old, like fucking 15 years old, like young kids.
Yeah, those things are death traps. I'll never get on those. If I want the wind in my face, that's why I got a convertible, bro. That's it. I won't even do motorcycles. I'm scared of that shit too.
I'm selling my convertible. Done.
What do you got?
I got a Stingray.
Oh,
But I
nice.
have a 74 Stingray.
Ooh.
I'm selling it right now. T-top 4-speed. And but I want to buy. You know what I want to buy? I'm switching it for. I'm buying myself the slingshot, but I'm souping it up.
Oh, wow.
I'm getting the
Oh,
slingshot.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm just talking about. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
I decided like I don't know why I got myself that car. It's cute. But I want to sit on it for another fucking 15, 20 years. Then if I'm gonna sit on it, it's just gonna produce more problems. It's gonna cost me a lot more money to fix. Just let somebody at least enjoy it who's gonna buy it. That can fucking drive it, because I have it in good condition. Mine's not bad condition, actually. Surprisingly. And I said, you know what, I'm buying myself a slingshot, and I'm gonna enjoy the slingshot. This is more of a me slingshot. Like, it matches my body structure.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I decided to soup one up, get one and soup it up. Like put a screen inside of it, it's gonna look cool.
Oh no, that'd be real nice.
Yeah.
You guys can get some good work done in Canada, man. You guys got some good labor up there, man.
My buddies are either.
What do you mean, Mexicans?
No, I have.
Well, just in general, they're like they. I mean, we don't care. We got great Mexicans. Don't get me wrong, but just in mass, like a lot of like car audio stuff, like you get done out there in customization. They do a fairly good job, and they don't.
Oh yeah, it's because they're frozen in their houses for 7 months out of the year and have nothing to do. So
No. My buddies are all either mechanics, tow truckers, body shops.
Yeah, the Canadians are
they're
very
stuck
good.
in their house. Yeah,
What's stuck in their house?
they're stuck in the garage working on the car in the winter, and they're like, "Hey, we could like do a lot of work in the winter."
My buddy has the fastest M5 in the world. F90, the fastest F90 in the world. Well, it's actually between him and this guy in Moscow. He loses his thing every about 3 to 4 months. He loses it, then he starts rebuilding the engine, and the guy in Moscow loses, and then like they go back and forth. So it's like a competition on the F90s. He's right now doing so he has also a BMW 3 Series. He bought like a regular one, and he made it like stupid insane, like faster than almost any M3 souped up that you would find on the track. His regular like 328 that he bought rear wheel drive, he made it like stupid insane. Like this guy's a crazy mechanic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I know. I had a friend from Vancouver. He got a lot of his custom lowrider work done by a whole bunch of Indians that actually did a damn good job.
So I wouldn't trust.
Believe me, I know. I thought the same shit. But when he brought the car down here for a car show, and he told me like and he showed me the videos and everything, they did a damn good job. They must have brought some Mexicans up years ago to teach him or something, but they were fucking great. They did a good job.
So the guy, the mechanic, like, he has autism on cars, and I have to say it. He literally strips down an engine to the last fucking bolt. Like, he has these, like, Rubber-made, like, boxes that you have, like, to put toys away and stuff. So when he takes apart an engine, he puts parts into, like, these boxes. So it has, once he puts back
he has compartmentalizes every little screw in.
There's not one, once he's done, there's never one screw left that wasn't put back into its original place.
Yeah.
Not one fucking screw, and he does it all by himself.
Yeah, so he learns the internal, so he can save time on repairs. You know, the way he's doing it, man. Like he's a fucking genius to be doing shit like that.
See, Raphael, I have that engineering mind, and my dad has always accused me of never being happy. And I always assumed he was right. I was like, maybe I'm just fucking ungrateful. Like, I can't just take a stock car, put some exhaust and turbo on it, and then, like, in my mind, I look at everything, and I'm like, dude, we could make, like, an extractor heat fan that goes and sucks all the heat, radiant heat out of the engine bay when it's hot, and we could, use heat blankets to wrap over the turbos, and then wrap the entire, or ceramic coat the manifold and the entire exhaust, and then coat it and wrap it all to like keep down the radiant heat, and then use a push-pull fan for the radiator, and use a larger diameter. And then
Everything you want to do now it counters the weight when you do weight reduction. Now you're adding things that's gonna add weight. So
no, I know that, but I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about a horsepower car. I'm not talking about a horsepower car. I'm talking about like on my Expedition. Because so like my Expedition, the 8-passenger, you realistically do 3.5 liters, you can get about 6.5, 700 horse before you got to do like internals, and you can safely drive it at 650, and on E50 fuel and stuff. But the problem is when you open up the hood when it's been running for a while, everything's heat soaked, and you open up the hood and it just rolls out like over 200-degree temperature, and it just blasts you in the face. And the way to do that is to extract all the heat out of the engine bay and to keep everything super cooled. You know, like a push-pull fan with a larger diameter radiator. And then also one of the other things you could do, an electronic or an electric AC system that runs into the intercooler system, which is what they do on the Dodge Charger Demons. So like the Dodge Charger Demons, when you're driving down the racetrack and you do like 2 or 3 laps, your starting engine starts to get...
But that's designed for superchargers, not for fucking turbos.
Yeah, but it just goes into the intercooler. It goes into the intercooler.
Turbo doesn't care. Turbo just needs air. Doesn't matter hot air or cold air. It's the combustion. So
I get that. But when that's why you have an intercooler still on it though, because you're cooling the air that's going back into the engine. So the engine that's coming back into the intake, the engine that's going into the intake manifold, that's what runs down through the intercooler. So if you have the AC blowing through there, it can lower it by up to 45 degrees. So the intercooler itself can typically lower between 40 and 60 degrees. Typical average.
And then doesn't that also help cool the transmission fluid and everything else with the transmission?
You know, you have a transmission cooler, so you have a transmission.
No, you have a separate.
Yeah, it's separate.
Hey, you guys ever deal with those Japanese? What are those fucking Japanese cars that have like the ceramic turbo fan? You know what I'm talking about? So the turbo comes on like immediately. You don't have to wait for it to kick in. Like
a hybrid system, or it's like a smaller.
So in like the 90s early, you know what I'm talking about, Rafi?
So I don't know about the 90s. So you're talking about the, I forgot what it's called. But let's say I had a Mercedes prior to it that was bi-turbo.
Yeah, no, these were like in the early 2000s or 90s where like, you know, there's like
yes, it had a different
kind of ceramic.
It had a throttle response. So when I would hit, let's say on my Mercedes gas, because it wasn't an AMG, AMGs were built different. But if I hit gas, it would be at the 1, 2, and then I would feel on like on 2, the car pulls. But that 1, the car just stands. Like BMW, as soon as you tap the gas, the car like jerks. It's ready to go. It has like instant throttle response. Mercedes has like a little stupid delayed throttle response. I noticed the AMGs are good, especially if you're doing launch control on it. But ones that you're talking about, the ceramic, it had to have been like on Accords, I think. Not on Accords, I mean on Preludes. Talking about those ones, the VTECs?
Maybe I just Googled it, so it said the so it's a ceramic turbocharger, factory installed ceramic turbochargers. The problem is that the fucking things, like if they exploded, there's no way like to replace it without basically taking the entire engine.
You can rebuild them, basically. That's what you're saying. The other ones are rebuildable. This one's not.
Yeah, so these were like I don't know. So in some versions, yeah, they had them in the Skyline, the Supra, and the RX-7s. They all utilize these ceramic. Yeah, the hybrid ceramic turbo line, twin turbo setup. Yeah, near instant boosts.
Mazda fucked up many times on their engines, especially on their rotary engines.
Yeah, they were experimenting a lot. They sounded really fucking good.
Yeah, they were shit.
Yeah, you had to tune them up really carefully. But the Supras, those are beasts. They'll fucking, you can't really destroy us. Anyways, okay. I don't know why it just came popped in my head. I was listening to a podcast about it, so sometime, never mind.
You guys want to make a triggering topic?
I think Rafi needs to get himself a fucking Toyota Century, lower that shit, get a driver with like white gloves.
I love the Toyota
A
SUV.
Century or Crown Century?
No, a Toyota Century.
I like the Crown Centuries. Like the ones they use taxis in Japan.
I know, yeah, those are good, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
the guy in Shinjuku, I came over and I tried to open up the door, and he's like, no, 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 no. And I was like, what? And he clicked the button and it flipped open. I was like, oh, that was cool. And then I climbed in the car and I was like, I reached over to close the door and he's like, no, 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 no. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah. And then he hit the button and closed shut. And I was showing him in like Japanese.
Don't get your dirty gaijin fingers on my car.
You know, dude, this guy was the nicest fucking dude on earth. We're in Shinjuku and I'm trying to find the Shinjuku capsule hotel. And we're going from Shinjuku Station there. And I was like, hey, do you know where this is? And he spoke zero English. And like just yes, no, or something, or thank you, you know, and it's like 3 words maybe. But I was showing him the address, and even he didn't know where it was. And we stopped in florists, we stopped in like different shops, gas or grocery or convenience stores. And just got out and went with me. And dude, he was just going around trying so hard to find this place, and then finally just gave up. And then I ran into the fucking Senegalese and Nigerians, and that was fun. Yeah, oh my god. I wanted to like drag them out of the fucking country and deport them all with their 6 cancers and 6'8".
They're so harmless, though. They know that Japan is so strict that if they ever fuck up, they get kicked out. So it's so like they're so hard. Like they just try to get you to go in their stupid ass unpopular clubs.
No, I know that, but he wouldn't leave me alone. And I'm 6'4". I'm a big guy. This guy's like 6'7", 6'8".
Is this Rich?
Big Rich. Yeah, and so the big Nigerian guy or whatever, Senegalese or whatever, standing there and just fucking midnight black, and he's like just arguing with me about going to his like strip club or bar or whatever. And I was like, no. I'm like, dude, I have a fiance. I'm fine. I have my own Asian chick. I'm good. And he's like, no, no, no. I tell you, I know where your hotel. I know where your hotel. And then I was like, dude, I'm sorry. And then he yells for his buddies, and there's like 4 of them, and they're all like 6'7" and 6'8", and they're all just surrounding me, and they're just like trying to pressure me and shit. And finally, I had to look at him, and I was like, listen, I'm not going to the fucking club, dude. I'm trying to find my shit. I just flew from fucking Los Angeles. I want to go home.
Yeah, they'll leave you.
I had to go off on them and shit. They wouldn't stop.
You just ignore them. Right. That's all. They're completely harmless. Like they just, I don't know. They do that shit because the boss is like looking out the window to see if that they're actually trying to do their job. That's why they do that. Because there's like a small little Japanese guy looking out the fucking window, being like, "Oh, you better go to work," you know. I just ignore him. Just walk by. He's talking about Shinjuku, guys. Like just one area of the city where it's all nightclubs and stuff. It's the rest of the city. Ritual vouch for it is so super, and these guys are actually very harmless too, but they do look kind of out of place in Japan.
Yeah, I want to go to Japan. I've never been. I'll go in the next 4 years.
Yeah, if you want to go someplace where people are like actually civilized and like act like fucking decent, go there.
Oh, of course. Japanese people are always like that. They're very, very, very well. I mean, they're the best tourists wherever you go. You know what I mean? Look how they travel. You know, they don't leave messes behind.
They leave it cleaner than when they came in.
Cleaner than when they came in. Man.
Yeah.
It's always in there. And then the cuisine, you know, like, oh my God. And then when they cook other cuisine, like when they try to, when a Japanese opens up an Italian restaurant or a French style bakery, like when the Japanese get their hands into other recipes, they improve them. So
You know what it has to do? You know what it does? It has to do with the shape of Tokyo. This is a crazy thing. So what it is like most Japanese neighborhoods, they're like mixed build. So you can live and work in the same, like basically same building. And everything's like, it's like cockpit living. I don't know if you ever seen like this, a day in the life of a young Japanese man in Tokyo or whatever. And he'll go in his tiny little ass apartment, and like, if he stretches out, his foot's on one end wall, the other foot's at the other end of the wall, right? So, and then basically these fuckers work like 12 hours a day. So their entire life is like, no, but then, so instead of running away from work, they try to make it as meaningful as possible. So what we have is these mixed neighborhoods that are super high density, and then a lot of people living and working kind of sometimes close as, I mean, I'm talking about people that aren't salarymen. I'm talking about chefs. I'm talking about like artisans. I'm talking about people that like do stuff with their hands. So they'll typically very often like work right above where they'll live right above where they work, and everything's like within like a foot's reach, right? So you go downstairs to the apartment, you turn left, and there you can like go to the convenience store. And if you've seen videos about that, pick up whatever you want at the convenience store. You turn right, and it's like everything's very super close. So none of these guys, like it's a fucked up different kind of way of living. And then the other thing is like, because everybody there is all kind of the same culture, and it's very hierarchical. When they get into a job, they do so many years of training, and they start you off soft, and they like bring you into the culture of that particular place. So everything's just designed in a way where people are just so hyper focused on work. Hey, JB.
What's up, bro? Can I just interject for 2 seconds? I don't know how long I can stay. I'm sorry. How you doing, bro?
JB?
Yo,
Hey, yo, I'm here. What's up, homies?
Yo, let me tell you something. I give you a lot of shit about some of the moves you make. I'm gonna send you some flowers right now. This dude on your stage, Robbie, fucking aces. You should mod him every single time he comes in your space.
Thank you, JB.
This is my brother right here. Whatever he fucking needs, I got him.
Nah, man, no, I love you, JB. I got your front back face, bro. You already know I'm not, man. I'll knock somebody's jaw off for you, bro. You could do, bro. Real.
Yeah, there's a long line, brother. Sorry to interject, Poodle.
Anytime, JB. Anytime. You know that.
JB?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
I'm doing great, thank you. You?
All right, thank you for the explanation on the culture in Tokyo, though, Mr. Matthew. I appreciate that. I've been good, man. I know you were saying not too long ago you were going to Texas to see one of your kids or something like that, JB.
Yeah, I'm moving.
How was that?
I'm moving, bro. I'm moving down. I'm leaving Friday.
Oh, wow. What part of Texas are you going to move to?
It's called the Woodlands. It's northwest Houston.
Oh, wow. That's nice, man. That's awesome. Congratulations.
You come anytime you like, man. You're welcome. Me Costa, Sue Costa.
No. My good friend, he has a logistics business, and he's begging my ass to come out there. So I'll probably come out there soon, man. I'll let you know, man. He's got me a place to stay and everything. I'll come by, we'll go out to dinner or something, man. But I'll be in Houston this year for sure.
Yo, ask your friend. I want to take you to a place called Perry's Steakhouse. Ask your friend about Perry's. Yo, we'll have a good time, Bobby, man. You're one of the few people on this app I've actually always wanted to meet.
No, man. Likewise, bro. Likewise. You're always somebody with an open mind. Like when it came to debate on here, when a lot of people just didn't like who I was, or just didn't want me to say anything in rooms, and you fought that censorship or the idiocy of a lot of people, man. So yeah, man. And,
you already know. Real recognizes real, bro.
No, for sure. And I know you didn't hate shit. You know what I mean? In rough accommodations as it came to cuisine like I have. You know what I mean? I'll just keep it at that. And when you've eaten shit in life, you appreciate the steak. You know what I mean? And that's what I like about you, bro. Like, you're a good dude, bro. It's always been that way with me. It's always been feelings mutual, for sure.
Appreciate you, bro. And I appreciate Marsha. Yo, Rafi's like my brother. How you doing, hon? Rafi's like my brother from another mother.
Yeah, Rafi's the one. Rafi's the one who treats me the best, man. I mean, Rafi's the one who rolls out the red carpet for me in this room and stuff. Man. Like, he's a gentleman.
Yeah, Rafi, I know Rafi a few years, bro. Good people, man. You know, he keeps.
Yeah, Rafi's such a smart man. Such a good guy.
I think so.
He's the best, man.
I think so.
Yeah,
Man, you want to
yeah.
get a job?
That girl's so beautiful. Oh, you got the best eyes. You're such a smart lady. Oh, I so respect you so much.
Come on.
Almost like a con man fucking rapist. Almost like a con man.
Oh, there he is. Yo, it's Rich. No, don't move him down. You're Rich. I want to hold him. Hold on.
If you want to bring him up,
Almost like a rapist ex-con fucking con man. Whoa.
Yeah.
Rich,
Did you rape two girls in a hotel in New Jersey?
No.
Yeah, you and your buddy? And that the news article from the New York Post? Did you spend time in prison for pimping? Yeah, did you spend time in prison for pimping?
Tell me when you want to
Did you start a modeling agency in Florida?
Okay. I'm gonna put him in the audience because he's not letting you speak. I'll put him in the audience because it's gonna be just speaking over you.
Well, I appreciate it, but listen, I was gonna offer him a truce because him and I have a common enemy. But he wants to keep sitting on my cock. I can't stop smiling, small shit.
Yeah, Rich, stop being a dumb Rich. Yeah, Rich, stop being a fucking dumb cunt and like just fucking over speaking people. I'm gonna bring you up, shut the fuck up, and listen. Fucking, I have to treat him like a child.
I just don't know why you got to be such a bitch clout chaser, Rafi. He doesn't have any.
Okay, you're gonna.
He doesn't have any clout left. He's gonna kick out of everything.
Rich, bro. Like, like a lot of people try to come after you and stuff and all that type of thing,
Yeah, but I didn't rape two girls in a hotel. Yeah, exactly. And then started a modeling agency last year, even in Florida. You started a talent agency or modeling agency in Florida last year.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, because you want to sex traffic more women and claim that you're modeling agency. That's what he did. He's done it like his entire life. He's done it his entire life. He owns talent modeling agencies and then he sex traffics women. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's your fucking MO. That's your modus operandi.
Let's
You opened a company in Florida for modeling agency last year.
Gun any of those bitches' heads?
Yeah, no, he held them against their will and raped them.
Bullshit.
Hold on. So, Rich, I got charged with contraband, okay, when I didn't have licenses to import things. Later on, once I was charged, I went into the same industry, but I only went legit, so it's perfectly normal. Because then I got my license.
Let me ask you a question. Were you charged with this multiple times and arrested for this multiple times?
No.
Did you have multiple different companies where the allegations were that you were a fucking sex trafficker who held you've been and still...
Hold on, JB, 1 second, brother, please. So I got caught, I got a warning. Then I got caught again, and I was already charged, and I got fined. And I said, you know what, enough is enough.
Fucking pimping and sex trafficking.
Doesn't matter, I got it. It's still
You
a
just opened a fucking sex trafficking shit down in Florida, dude. What are you talking about?
How do you
The volunteer modeling agency. You had like 5 of them in your life.
Can you provide facts?
Yes, I have all the documents about his fucking company started in Florida. Jesus Christ. Yes, he went to prison. He went to prison for sex trafficking.
He opened up a
He went to prison for sex, for pimping.
Let me just.
For pimping.
I will put up $10,000.
Oh my God. I'll pull up all his dockets.
When you make Alec, you see Rich, this
I will pull up all his dockets. I have everything that this administration. I love news, fucking news articles. You should sue the New York Post for writing that article and not retracting it.
Hold on.
Yeah, you should sue the New York Post for saying that you took 2 girls from Craigslist from Florida and brought them up and shut the fuck up, Rafi. You brought them up there and paid for it on your all's dime, you and your buddy, to bring them up to New Jersey. Then you held them in a hotel and brutally raped them, and then held them against their will and sex trafficked both of the fucking women. You sex trafficked both of the fucking women and had a bunch of Johns come in and rape them, have sex with them, and you kept all the money. He's been like 7 or 8 years in prison. We talk about Rafi. Oh yeah, I'm so jealous of a fucking pimp rapist. Yeah, I'm so jealous of a pimp rapist. Yeah, a sex trafficking rapist. I'm so jealous of you, Jason Resco. Yes, I'm so jealous of you, Jason. Yeah.
Should be.
I'm so jealous of you growing up on the fucking floor with dirty, tethered floors, getting raped by a whole fucking Jewish man.
Bro. See, but Rich, if someone came in here, right, and called you a pedophile and called you,
they couldn't prove it. I can prove that he is.
But look, bro,
I can prove he is.
that conversation.
I can prove he is. He's been in prison for it.
Listen, no,
Rich, prison for fucking sex trafficking.
No, I wasn't in prison.
Yes, you were.
Hold on.
You held those two girls against their will. You pled down. You pled down, you fucking dirty piece of shit. You pled down, you fucking retard.
No.
That's how the district attorney works, bro. Yes. The district attorney fucking tried to charge him with a bunch of shit, and then they settled it. They settled for a lesser charge. They knew that you could pick a fucking rapist, sex trafficker.
They settled
Go fuck yourself, Jason Bresco.
You gotta understand, Rich. They couldn't prove that.
Yeah, they couldn't prove it. Yeah, Robbie, okay.
No, bro. They couldn't.
This is his MO, bro.
Got it, bro. Nah, bro. Because bitches lie
how many
every day.
companies has he
Bitches
fucking
lie
ran?
every day.
How many companies has he opened where he does his fucking modeling sex trafficking fucking agency bullshit?
It's crazy how stressful it is in my life.
It's crazy how you open one last year.
If those females were not held against their will,
you're back to your old antics, aren't you?
there's nothing wrong with it.
I have a question. Oh, hold on, Remy. I have a question for you sincerely. How does it feel to know that you became the monster that molested you when you in that fucking that little fucking park place that you used to hang out? No. How does it feel to know that you became the same fucking sex predator monster?
No, come on, bro. You can't
No, he was molested when he was a kid, and he turned himself into the same fucking monster.
Bro. Rich.
He is. I mean, if you guys want to fucking be friends with him, be friends with him. I don't care.
He's a
cocksucker. He's a cocksucker who fucking manipulates people.
I saw a case. I read the criminal complaint. I read his sentencing. Nothing of those crimes he was convicted of. Wasn't convicted of trafficking. Wasn't committed of coercion or anything like that. He wasn't, bro.
Yeah.
Wasn't convicted of that.
Yeah, dude, people have went out and killed fucking 5 people and got lesser charges and got like accidental vehicular manslaughter when they were drinking and driving around 120 and blew through a fucking red light. They should have been charged for the death of 4 or 5 people. They got one count of accidental vehicular manslaughter. And you're like, oh, it was an accident, even though he was on 120 and drunk driving through a fucking traffic light at 3 in the morning.
You can't compare those two scenarios.
Yeah, I can. I can compare a man who found 2 girls. Oh yeah, you're willing because they wanted to do adult films in fucking Florida. They were on Craigslist on an ad, and then he fucking flew them up, him and his buddy, into a hotel. Then it says that they fucking raped the 2 women, held them against their will, and allowed for Johns to come in and fuck them for like 2 weeks. And then they finally got busted, and then he went to prison.
They can trust the police.
No, it doesn't matter if they don't have the evidence. We all know that he's a scumbag fucking rapist.
But we understand the budget they have for trafficking cases.
Bro, let me ask you a question.
It's a slam. It's a slam.
Remy, let me ask you this. I'm about to jump off here and get a pack of cigarettes. So let me ask you this: if you owned a fucking one of those VHS fucking DVD stores back in the day, like a little Blockbuster, like a hometown one, and you got busted, and they made the claim that you had fucking kiddie porn in the back of your fucking shop, and you may or may not have, and then you go and spend 6 years in prison, would you then come out and fucking open up a fucking movie fucking place? Would you come out and do that 2 or 3 more times? No. You'd probably fucking stay the fuck away from that and be like, I don't want to deal with any of that shit. This dude owned a fucking modeling talent agent where he sex trafficked fucking women through it, got in trouble a bunch of times, kept closing out and open up, and then finally got busted and put in fucking prison. And then he gets out of prison. What does he do? He opens up another modeling fucking agency in Florida. Bro, come on. It's like a pedophile moving next to a school.
With a Ferris wheel in their front yard.
We're talking about how JB's a sex trafficker.
No, he's not, bro.
I wasn't saying that. I was making a joke about Michael Jackson, bro.
Oh, yeah, like JB. They're both sexual predators.
Oh, you're fucked up.
Bro, you can't put that on somebody.
You guys are trying to cloud chase it. He doesn't even have healthy debates anymore. He doesn't even open rooms in his unhealthy debates. Nobody mods him.
I do this differently, Rich. I do it like the penitentiary. You gotta bring the paperwork, bro.
Yeah, he's got papers if you look. You can go look at the papers.
I looked at his
You
shit.
can see. You can see.
He didn't get caught. He didn't
Hold on. Was he actually? He wasn't actually charged for the crime. He was charged, right?
He was charged for a lesser charge.
Was it?
Yeah, they convicted him on a lesser charge.
They do that all the time.
Ralphie, that's okay. Ralphie, check this out. Imagine somebody comes in and brutally rapes and murders your fucking wife, and then they plea it down to just rape. And they're like, well, we don't agree. But he claims that when he was raping here, he accidentally smacked her head against the wall and she died. And then he gets charged with just rape. So he's known as a rapist for the rest of his life, but he's not known as a fucking murderer. Would you still consider him a murderer?
But you're comparing extremes that are not existent for this case.
I'm comparing a guy who found girls on Craigslist, flew them up, put them in a hotel, raped them, and then held them against their will to fucking perform sex with a bunch of dudes and gave them none of the money. That's what the news article and all the shit says. The original complaint was that he didn't allow them to have any of the money. He held them against their will. That's what they reported.
Who's this guy? Every day, bro. The news lies every day.
Jason Bresco, the guy in Red Boogie. JB. Go read it. Sex Slave Shock is the name of the article for New York Post. There's like 4 or 5 articles on it. He should have had them retracted if they made it all up. I mean, you could have simply called him up and said, hey, remove that or I'm going to sue you because that's defamatory because that never happened. And they would have to fucking remove the article and it would be scrubbed from the internet and I couldn't look it up anymore. Everybody else couldn't look it up. But you know why it doesn't? Because that's what fucking happened. It's crazy, bro. It's called Sex Slave Shock. Nah, bro. Sex Slave Shock. New York Post.
I don't believe that Michael Jackson was a pedophile, though.
No, so Michael Jackson was just a fucking weirdo. So it's a pair of aspiring models were turned into sex slaves after 2 fiendish pimps responded to a Craigslist ad, lured them to a midtown hotel. Did you just mute me?
I didn't mute you.
I didn't know you just muted me. Okay. Hold on, read an article.
Hold on. I think I know this. I know the woman.
Which woman? The one that he raped?
No.
Or the Michael Jackson one?
No. I don't want to say the name.
Alright, there's the article in the chat if anyone wants to read it. So, lured them to, I know you're trying to place Captavo, lured them to a midtown hotel and forced them to have sex with up to 60 men, authorities said today.
Bullshit.
Two savvy pimps, Jason Bresca, 38 of Brooklyn, and Sabina Rabonovich, 36 of Florida. Yeah, however you pronounce it, Russian fucking.
Yes.
Of Florida responded to the ads while trolling the internet for potential sex victims. Cops said one of the women had posted an ad looking for a position in pornography. The thugs, who were childhood friends, promised the women modeling careers and health benefits and dates with clients, police said. They even paid for the travel expenses from Ridgewood, New Jersey, and Sun Valley, California, police said. The women, aged 21 and 27, ended up at the La Quinta Hotel at 17 West 32nd Street, where they were allegedly forced into sex industry using the name Joey Bresca, oversaw the operation and collected all the money, never giving a penny to the victims, cops said. Rabonovich, which went by name Charlie, would set up the sexual liaisons by calling the victims to inform them that she was sending over a client police. Let's see.
Sounds like
It says read more, but it won't let you click on the read more part. You have to refresh on it.
Yeah. I think Rabinovich is often a Jewish name, not necessarily
Jewish.
They lie.
Yeah, Jason Bresca is not Jewish, though.
No. Nah, it's got nothing to do with being Jewish. It's just fucking crazy.
No, JB's not Jewish. He's German. Oh, he left. Thank God. I don't have to keep reading this fucking shit.
So the broad is actually, she's from Toronto, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, hold on. It says police said, I got it open. On June 7th,
the Rabinovich in Toronto got money.
Alright, so it says, on June 7th, Bresca allegedly raped the 27-year-old woman in a room at the hotel, Between June 8th and June 15th, the same victim was forced to have sex with up to 60 men and kept all the hotel through
entities
and kept at the hotel through scare tactics such as threats to kill their family and tell their family. Sorry. At the same time, the 21-year-old victim was kept in a room while having sex with a constant stream of Johns for 2 straight days. Police estimated that Breska collected $2,000 a day from the Johnsons and believe there may be numerous other victims. Investigators cracked the case after they received a call from an anonymous tipster, leading to the suspect arrest on June 15th. Both were slapped with a variety of charges, including sex trafficking and promoting prostitution. The Manhattan DA's office, Unit Crime Unit, is urging anyone to come forward with information. Call 212, blah, blah, blah. So, Britt, let me ask you a question. If somebody was convicted of all this kind of stuff, and they were wrongfully convicted, and none of it's true, couldn't you just, reach out to the New York Post and be like, hey, retract that shit? It was all fake.
The New York Post would get in a lot of trouble for it.
Yeah, they would get in a lot of trouble. Like when they said that President Trump was what did they say about, who was it? Oh, they did the Covington boys, remember? They got $200 million or something, or $500 million.
But as far as I understand, there is a grace period where if a publication genuinely makes a mistake, and then if the lawyer calls up and says, hey, please change that, it's wrong, and then you change it, it's okay, and then you have to make a clear article saying, look, we fucked up. Then that's as far as I understand.
I think it's just sad. I think it's just sad, Matt, that most people are duped. And I'm not saying you're duped, Robbie. I'm just saying he is a slick, fucking sly, manipulating con man, and he has a tendency to dupe people. And people who align with him or have a friendship or connection with him and stuff will believe him no matter what. Robbie was defending him and saying that he wasn't all these things and stuff, but my point is, there's plenty of people like Nye from Healthy Debates, Robbie, there's a bunch of different people that they scream and yell at me that he's an innocent man and he didn't do that, he spent his time and blah blah. It's I understand that. If he was on the straight and narrow, he owned a modeling agency, a modeling and talent agency. Okay, that was his MO. He owned 5 of them up in New York and New Jersey and all over the place.
Is this a really old guy?
It was JB. The guy was just on stage a second ago. He just left. The guy was Jason Breska. So the thing is, no, wait. You're not talking.
What it sounds like, bro, is
JB from Healthy Debates.
Running little hookers, bro. Running hookers to a front. That's what it sounds like, bro. Running hookers to a front.
Okay, even if he's just running little hookers, but it's still fucking disgusting. He's a sex trafficking fucking sexual predator.
You're not saying JB is.
JB from Healthy Debates is Jason Breska from the news article from the New York Post, who allegedly. I don't even have to say allegedly because he was fucking convicted.
Hold on. He was not convicted of these crimes.
He was.
He was convicted of trafficking.
He was convicted of something. But not
Sex trafficking.
Actual sex trafficking?
Are you JB that was just in this room?
Yes, the one that was just in the room. That's why you left.
Hold on, Azra.
No shit.
Let me ask you a different question. This is all public information. We find out.
Both were slapped with a variety of charges, including sex trafficking and promoting prostitution.
Yeah, slapped.
Okay, slapped. Yeah. Well, what actually stuck?
That's prostitution. Promoting prostitution.
That's what
Okay, bro, so boom.
I don't care. I don't care. If it No, bro. Listen, Robbie, I have a fucking cousin. I have a cousin.
Why is someone taking over other people? What the fuck is happening in this?
Robbie and I are having a conversation. Robbie, I have a cousin.
Yeah, no, but you know damn well I do not have mods in the room yelling over other fucking people. What is happening,
Robbie, I had a cousin just in the last couple of years who was shot in the back of the fucking head because she was arguing with her drug addict fucking ex-baby daddy, and he took her 38 revolver, 357, put it to the back of her fucking head, squeezed the trigger, and blew her head off. Because he was wearing fucking gloves because he was trying to kill her. He took the gloves off. He went and immediately took a fucking shower and bleached his hands and all this kind of stuff, and then disposed of the river in the fucking Davy Blue National Forest. Because of this, he was never convicted, and they said that he was 100% innocent, and they let him go because he was also friends with the fucking cops. Just because somebody wasn't fucking charged with murder doesn't mean they're not a fucking murderer. Obviously, Jason Breska, by the entire fucking article that's never been retracted, is a fucking piece of shit, low-life scumbag. Even if you just want to say he's a pimp. Pimps rape fucking women all the time. I don't care if they're hookers, they're still raping them. They're still, when the girl says, no, I don't want to fuck you, and they just say fuck you, and they pin him down and have sex with him. That's rape. I don't care if it's a fucking hooker or not a hooker. It's still rape. Like, my point is, he is a fucking scumbag piece of shit. But because he's a slick, manipulating fucking slimeball, he gets everybody in his fucking hand, and then they all just do what he wants. And nobody will be disloyal to him. And it's because he's a fucking street hustler. I mean, the dude was molested by an older man up there at the YMCA up in New Jersey when he was a kid, and literally that guy was a predator who ended up training him and raising him for a couple years under his wings and shit as a predator, luring other kids into him. And then he ends up growing up like through Stockholm Syndrome shit, where like when a person's raped, they end up becoming a rapist. And when a person's molested, they end up becoming a molester.
Bro,
he's a shit fucking
heavy for me. I need to leave the room.
Yeah, it is.
It's terrible.
Yeah, dude, I got 3 kids.
With his situation, I just didn't see that as sensing. Now, Brand, I would like to address you. Why did you take away my mod?
Because you shouldn't have been modded in the first place. Rafi and I have already had a conversation. You won't be again. I don't tolerate moderators yelling over other people, whether you're having a dialogue or not. And I sat in here and watched you do it for 10 minutes. So you will not be modded in this space again.
Brent, can I ask you a question? So,
you know what?
Hold on, I want to make sure he's very clear on why it happened, because he asked directly. So
no, you are not judge and jury of the world. You know what I mean?
No, but I am one of the 2 people who runs this house, which means I'm gonna set the decorum standard. And if you can't rise to the expectations, you're not modded.
I was not arguing with anyone. I was actually going back and forth in a civil conversation with them. And I wasn't talking over anybody. If anything, I was the one modded and was talked over.
Well, don't you worry. You will not be modded again, so we won't run into that problem again.
Well, Bren, you have no class, and it shows you're very emotional.
That is the one opportunity you will have in this house to attack me. The second one gets you removed from the house.
You know what? I'm out of here. If this is what's in...
So, Bren, quick question. If that article is untrue or unfactual in the New York Post, could he have it removed, or would they have to remove it?
Here's the thing. He is aware it's factual. He came on this app and was very clear about his background when he was trying to engage with some sort of prison podcast. And then when that didn't work, and Roger and Kelly and I that were running Healthy Debates, I got sick with my cancer again. Kelly's mother-in-law got sick, and Roger had issues with his mom. We were not able to run rooms. It's around the time Brad, KK, and Gerard had canceled his ass from the right-leaning part of the app, and he needed somewhere to run rooms. Roger let him run rooms in Healthy Debates. That lasted for a few months. That blew up Healthy Debates at the end of time, which is why Roger and Kelly shut it down. And then Rowan from Australia brought it back on, because Kaylin, the original person whose house, said okay. And then he and Jay got in some sort of fight, and then Rowan took it, and then Rowan got clipped, and now that house doesn't open any rooms. So the thing about Jay is he is a known entity on this app. I don't get into it with him. He doesn't get into it with me. We don't enjoy each other, so we stay on other ends of the app most of the time. But if there was something untruthful out there, he would have sued, because he sued the state of New York, claiming he was molested as a child. He sued the YMCA. He sued 2 Jewish schools. If he could have sued a newspaper, a publication, he probably would have. So at the end of the day, I don't really enjoy that we're having an entire room about his record. I don't know how that started or how that happened, but I'll have
I came in the room
later to figure out what.
It's my fault. I came in the room. He was on stage. I knew that it was a matter of time before Rafi I knew JB would come off mic as soon as he heard my voice, and he would say, "Hey, Rafi, make me a moderator." Then he'd kick me out of the room because he hates me. So I just immediately went in, fucking balls to the wall.
Here's the thing, and it just is that was never going to happen because Rafi and I have already had the conversations about my feelings about certain people, and certain people will not be modded. And now Ravi just added himself to the list of people that will never be fucking modded.
No, I had.
So it's not a problem.
I had JB modded one time. Brent told me the story. He was never modded.
Yeah, because JB heard my voice and he said,
I never knew.
Make me a mod!
But I would like us to stop talking about him and move on to something.
Yeah, I never knew it happened with Robbie too. But anyways, I want to go back.
Yeah, last thing, he's the only person on the staff I hate.
1 second. What the fuck happened on Friday? I was on Clubhouse, but I missed everything on Friday.
Wait, what?
No.
You forget my name's Azra. I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, no. What's it called? No, what the fuck happened on Friday? I heard what's her name went off on Brenner.
Oh, Hope and Glow. Yeah, they went off on Brad.
No, not on Brad. That wasn't on Friday. It was the other one.
I don't know, man. How do you have to talk about it?
How did I miss all the drama on Friday? I'm pretty sad.
As soon as you jog my memory, I'll be like,
oh my god, I missed the Glow and Hope with the bike. Well, Glow and Hope, yeah, I remember it all started in my room.
Yeah,
with Viking, Rafi. So
because I told Hope because I modded Viking, and then I left the room. He kicked Hope down, and then Hope I saw she.
Oh no!
I had to.
No. Oh, that one. Hope kept kicking him down.
No, Rich. What happened was Hope and Viking disagreed about something, and as soon as Hope opened her mouth, Viking kicked her down to the audience, Rafi. That's all that happened, and he triggered this whole thing.
So Hope never kicked him down.
Yeah, Hope and Glow got mad because Brad was talking bad about the Iranians. They kept moving him down 3 or 4 times. Somebody brought Brad up, and he got mod, and he moved them down 3 or 4 times, and they kicked him down a couple of times.
I don't think it's a responsibility of a mod to kick another mod. I don't think it's a responsibility of a mod to kick another mod.
I came back in the room, I demodded Brad.
I told you privately, Rafi. I told you privately.
Yes, and I had to demod Brad, and I sent a private message to Hope. I'm like, come back into the room, and she's like, only if he's demodded. If you remove his mod.
How did I not hear about this? When was that?
This was on Friday, bro.
Oh, he was pretty much telling the Iranians that they weren't going to get the RGC out.
No.
You guys are such drama kings, honestly.
This was on Saturday night or Sunday night, and yesterday they went into President Trump's room in the morning.
No, it wasn't yesterday. It was on Saturday, I think, the President Trump room.
Because you guys came in all upset.
Yeah, was it yesterday or Saturday?
No, it was Sunday.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
It was Sunday, so Saturday. With me, and Sunday you guys went, and then in the morning I woke up and you guys were like fucking pissed off as hell.
Yeah.
And I opened up the room right away from
Now
you guys.
I see why he did that. So it was from yesterday, the day before.
Steppy has AIDS. Because he's half Haitian.
What the fuck, Richard?
Oh, he was saying that I give STD rubs at 7-Eleven. I don't. Yeah, Steppy and I are pretty close. We're friends. He needs to get up on stage.
I don't know, I just think when mods are fighting with each other, it creates anarchy in the room.
I know. Listen, if you can't control the mods, you can't control the fucking room.
Exactly.
No, but Hope to me is more important. Like, so I had to kind of...
Hope is fair. Like, she's not...
What about me, Rafi? Am I not important?
You're my sister.
Yeah, exactly. So why do you favor Buttercup over me?
She's like my cousin.
No, you're a fucking...
I gotta stay close to the cousins so we can marry cousins.
You're a moron.
I can't marry my sister, but I can marry my cousin.
I think he said Hope,
I think that's only fair. No, Buttercup. We're talking about our sweet Buttercup. sugar plum buttercup, CJ?
Sorry, what's that?
Did you ever try sugar plum buttercup?
Not really.
He could have buttercup for free.
When you try sugar plum buttercup, you piss and shit out of your ass simultaneously.
Ew.
It's amazing. It's a great blender.
You could have buttercup for free.
Oh, well, you're mad at her? Yeah, and it wasn't her, just to let you know, it was the other dumb cunt.
No, you don't know that, Rafi.
I know for a fact.
What
It has
did
nothing
she
to
do
do with
now?
you.
Somebody gave all of my literally all of my information to people in Amir's room.
That is not at all.
My name, my city, my parents' names, like it's really fucked.
Job, employment, everything.
That's sad. And how did they get all this information? Did you actually say that to someone? You need to start from the beginning and blame everyone they gave this information to.
Well, only the people that I'm friends with know it.
That's
But
why
Rafi, it wasn't who you're saying it was. Like, how do you know that?
Because she doesn't know nothing about you, because...
You don't know that, Rafi.
I know, I'm pretty sure. Well, I think it's more the person that would actually sit in her room.
Yeah, Buttercup goes and sits there. She's the one who told me that people are talking about me in his room. So I'm pretty sure that it came from her.
I don't think Buttercup will do that. Not that I stand aside, but she's not that kind of person. Yeah, at least in the public, maybe in the private.
I think the complete opposite, CJ.
Okay.
And I know for a fact that she stalks quite a few people.
And I don't care if she tells people my personal information, but why are you dragging my parents into it? Like, that's really fucked up.
Yeah, don't worry.
Rafi, you say don't worry, but if it was you,
I
then...
got you. I got
No, you
one
don't.
phone call. Capri, one phone call. I have people yeah, you know, one phone call.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna do nothing to you, I swear. I promise you.
I've already had people on this app call my parents before at their house.
Well, I can't control phone calls. I can control confrontation in the real world. Oh, geez. So wait, if Buttercup comes, I can't mod her now, Capri?
Rafi, here's the thing. I already told you. I'm gonna unmod her anytime you mod her, so you're free to mod her.
Thank you,
The minute I
Brad.
come in the room, I'm unmodding her.
Thank you. I'm gonna have Bren on speed dial and be like, Bren, get your ass in here.
You need to.
Take this bitch out.
Fucking bastards. I sent Brent the whole thing that the show is shouting Brent up there so fucking quick. So fucking. I can bet you dropped every. Brent, you sure you still have your dog with you? I bet you dropped your dog and ran to get the clubhouse.
Oh, I totally jumped off of a phone call. I was on a Zoom call, and I jumped off the call because you know how I feel about individuals. But I didn't expect it to be that particular point in the conversation. But, I mean, here's the thing, Rafi. You know me. I would simply block all of the undesirables, not the Thorns of the world, because they're enjoyable to play with, but like the truly vile people. You and I have a very different tolerance for some of these people, and I would just clear them out. But they'll leave when I come in anyways, because they know I don't.
Bren, now I have a lot more respect for you.
What the fuck? Did I just lose the respect?
Yes, I told you a long time ago that I didn't respect you anymore.
You lost your respect long time ago, the first day that you lost it.
Okay, Rafi, let's fix this. Hold on. And there we go. Problem solved.
But now,
No, Bren, don't get me wrong. It's not about me having a mod. Honestly, I really don't
Oh, I
mind.
know it's not. I'm just saying Rafi should be backing people. Because here's the thing. You irritate me sometimes. I irritate you sometimes. That's fine. But
Yeah.
you're not a giant piece of shit like certain other people who have been getting modded.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
there's a difference.
Exactly. I'm glad we're on the same page. I'm glad we're on the
Trying to
same
get
page.
to me, Brent.
No, not
Should he not eat? What are you talking about, Shooky? You just can't be modded because I can't have a mod in the room. I can't have a mod in the room screaming. Like, you can't be modded and be screaming, she's a cunt! She's a cunt! Instead of the house gets recorded.
Shut the fuck up, Amos. We don't want the house clipped. Shut the fuck up, Amos. So I had Rich, I modded Rich and Pepe together so they don't kick each other out.
I'm the
To make
best
sure
mod.
it's equal. No, remember? And then you
I
came back on
invite
the
everybody in the audience.
You came into the room and you started screaming Muhammad's a pedophile. I'm like, Rich, before you continue the song,
That's not what I said.
I said I'm gonna demod you because I don't want my house clipped.
No. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. I'll be honest, and you'll enjoy it more. I actually said that I wanted to exterminate every Muslim on Earth. I said if I had Thanos' gauntlet, I would snap my fingers and every Muslim would die.
I had to demod him because of that one.
Muhammad, it's because Muhammad is a pedophile.
Shut up. I'm gonna tell you a secret.
What's up?
Even a mod can kick another mod. All you need is just to drop them to the audience and then you kick them. Stop with your bullshit.
It's not that Chucky. It's like when there's two people having guns, they think twice before putting somebody in the audience because once they come back up, they're gonna go back into the audience, the other person. So they think twice before actually putting the other person to the audience. It actually counterbalances.
Make your friend grow up.
Doesn't it actually work?
Kindergarten, please.
Listen, when there's one person with a gun, he's thinking
The kids in kindergarten guns. We do it in Israel.
Yeah, when there's two kids with guns, why am I saying two kids with guns?
it Palestine.
People with guns, they play peacefully.
Rafi, what are you talking about in Gaza? We give the kindergarten gun. We let them shoot each other. They're monsters.
I
wish that would happen. I wish that would happen.
They would kill each other.
Much less Muslims in the war.
Why does that matter? Because Muhammad is a
pedophile.
It's like getting your dad to sing like the lullaby at nighttime before you go to sleep every night.
I don't know, my dad never sing to me. And because of my voice, I never sing to my kids.
Alright. Favorite of all time. I know Brent's gonna get something.
Your voice is not.
Hold on, I'm gonna start I'm gonna get this conversation started. I'm always good at this, Rafi. I know Brent's gonna say something from the 19. Brent's gonna say something from the 1950s.
Shuggy has one of the voices that he basically is only good around the campfire and a flashlight to his face, kind of, telling a scary story. That's the type of voice.
Alright, so Brent's gonna say something from the 1950s or 60s. Rafi's gonna say something from the former Soviet Union. Marshall's gonna say something that's from Mexico or southern Texas. But my question is, and I don't know what the fuck it is, but what's your all's childhood favorite theme song? Because mine would be the Ninja Turtles or the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Gilligan's Island.
Oh, that makes sense. You're on an island. Alright, good, Rafi. Something in fucking some Russian shit. We have,
Chubarashka.
What was the one with the bear? The bear and the...
No, Chubarashka. So you see me as the character? That's an actual cartoon from Russia. It's called Chubarashka. It's like a monkey with big ears.
But what was the one in the U.S. on Hanna-Barbera where it was the big talk?
Masha and the Bear.
No. I'm talking like 60s, 70s. And they were like evil duo. Like one was really tiny.
Pinky and the Brain.
No, 50s or 60s or 70s.
I don't know.
There's a Russian cartoon.
They were like
had an alligator that constantly smoked cigarettes. I don't know if there was ever a cartoon in the U.S. that had an alligator or any other cartoon character that would walk around with a cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah, I don't
at
think
all
so.
times.
Yeah, but we're talking theme songs, so it's the best theme song. The one that, like, when you hear it, it brings back childhood memories. Mine, like I said, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
What's the theme song about that reminds you?
Like the opening intro song for a cartoon or TV show that you loved. That was like your favorite song.
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons theme song.
Simpsons.
It like makes you like feel like a kid again. Yeah.
South Park Simpsons.
I got my oldest son really big into Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and the original Transformers.
Well, Power Rangers, you can take them to an intersection in New York and meet in BHI. They look like Power Rangers.
All right, Marshall, what's your favorite one? Or Brad already said Gilligan's Island. So, Shuki, what was your Israeli one?
Popeye.
Which one?
Popeye.
Popeye the Sailor.
Popeye the
But that wasn't Israeli.
No, I know, but I was expecting an Israeli one. Alright, Bryn, what do you got from the 70s?
Was Bryn the 70s baby?
I think Bryn's 70s baby.
Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, I'm the wrong one for this. You have to remember when I was a child, midway through my childhood, Israel got television network. So prior to that, we literally had to like pirate it from the Lebanese TV.
Okay,
so,
and when you were pirating it, or you got the first TV, what was the first, like your favorite show that you watched?
I wanted to say, Bren, were you like in the middle of your childhood? TVs were just invented. Is that what you wanted? That's where I thought you were going with this.
Why, Brandon, you in your family they didn't watch the Arab movie every Friday night?
Yeah, it was a.
Who did not watch movies? I grew up in a very rural northern Israeli village near the border. We did not have a whole lot of technology in the 1960s. By the time you roll into the 1970s, we had a TV, but my parents were rather not inclined.
Alright, I know Capri and Jay have one. Come on, Capri and Jay.
I don't really have a favorite anything.
You don't have like Care Bear theme song or Rattle Rock something?
No, the one.
The only thing she does is listens to my voicemail.
Hold on, Rafi, she's gonna say the one.
It's very soothing.
No, the only one theme song that stood out to me, like that I could remember, is Arthur.
Yeah, like if you've seen it today, you'd be like, oh my god, that's Arthur's theme song.
Powerpuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't go so. I don't even remember the Powerpuff Girls, but
What did you
I wouldn't go.
Powerpuff as a Powerpuff Girl?
Oh my god.
They are the same person.
I wouldn't go so far as to say like, oh, like it makes me feel nostalgic, but it's one that I remember because it was catchy.
Autistic women, man, no like emotions. Come on, Jay, how about you?
I have a movie that I think that
Charlie's Angels.
no. It made me stay
We can't hear you, Jay.
away from drugs.
It made him stay away from drugs. What was that, Tricky?
It's like
Midnight Express.
you guys want to hear something interesting? So I'm at my neighbor. I'm at my neighbor's. I'm at my mom's house, and her neighbor is this guy that I keep seeing at these clubs that I keep going to, and he's always with random broads. And I just found out he has a wife. He just came out with her. And like he's out every fucking weekend. Like I'm out every weekend. He's out every fucking weekend.
Okay, Rafi. So we don't make the same stupid life choices, right?
No, he's my inspiration now.
Wait, William,
there's still hope for me.
William, why did you say?
There's still hope for me. I'm telling you, this is.
William, why did you rate Ponyo? Is that like the My Little Ponies? Because you know, like My Little Ponies for adult men is like slang. They call themselves brownies.
Where's Brett?
They're chomos.
I just had to explain to Brett like half an hour ago what Hakuna Matata meant because he had no idea, never heard of it.
What the fuck?
And he kept saying Hakuna Matata.
Yes,
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
It just sounds different in Australian. He knows what it means. He just
He's never seen the movie before.
No, he watched the Australian version of Lion King. It was Kangaroo King, but like they made different noises.
I didn't know what it meant. I had no idea.
I kept saying to him, it means no worries. He's like, yeah, but what does it mean? I'm like, it means no worries. He's like, okay, I'll look it up.
It's like Swahili or something. Darren, I have a question. Were you like Gundams, or were you the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in Japanese? Oh, I was the original. You didn't ask me, but I was the original Mighty
I did. I said, what was yours, Marshall? I said, I'm guessing yours was something in Mexico or southern Texas.
Yeah, Power Rangers, actually. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Was there a Mexican Power Ranger?
They were called Lucha Libre.
I think the main character guy, the red one, was Italian or Latin or something.
I don't know. I just remember them as a little kid. Like, I remember watching, Steve Urkel as a small kid. I'll tell you all an embarrassing story from my mother. I was probably 4 or 5, and Pan Am, the university down here, had a really good basketball program. And there are basically no black people here, and so there's a black guy that walked in front of me as a small child, and I pointed at the black guy, and I yelled at my mother, "Look, Mommy, it's Steve Urkel." And apparently that just, like, embarrassed the ever-living shit out of her.
I mean, with a reason.
Yeah, of course with a reason. Like, that's embarrassing.
Okay, my
If I
brother.
had a kid and the kid said that, I would be embarrassed too.
So I was living in Texas, okay, when I was younger, like 4 or 5 years old. And my brother in a Walmart walked up to this man who had a huge, like he was a big guy, and went up to him, touched his stomach, and goes, and looks at my mom and goes, "Look, Mommy, he has a baby inside of him."
I have to say, Capri, you didn't know who Sam Neill was the other day.
No, I don't know who that is, but I think he's also, he's not from my time, though.
What are you talking about? Jurassic Park?
I never saw Jurassic Park.
Capri, you want to hear something fucked up?
What?
So, my ex, the fiance that you know of.
Yeah.
So when she was small, her mom told me a story. So when they moved to the apartment building with her, a black person came into the elevator with her, and she like out loud asked, "Is this man dirty?"
Oh no.
Because like her mom was saying how she needs to go take a shower and stuff. So she like basically to a black man like asking her mom, "Is this man dirty?"
I was a stereotypical little autistic kid. I was in IGA flicks up in Florence, Kentucky, and I walked up to a fat lady and I was like, "Why are you fat?" And my dad's like, "What?" He's like, "Shut up, dude." And I'm like, "Why are you fat though?" And my dad's like, "Seriously, stop." And she's like, I don't know. And for me, I didn't realize it was bad to that.
Because you're autistic, that's why.
Yeah, I know.
So I was
But you did her a favor, dude.
took our first trip to America, and that was the first time I'd ever seen a Chinese person. And dude, if you grow up in the Middle East and you have never seen a Chinese person, they're fucking terrifying. Terrifying. I'm gonna tell you, I've never been so afraid of something in my life other than fucking Chinese people, because I didn't know faces came like that. I didn't know eyes came like that. It was fucking terrifying.
But, Brent, let me ask you a question. Do you believe aliens, the way that they depict them, like, or like they make them to be, that the Chinese people are the closest things that look like aliens?
I've never heard that in my life.
Because if you look at their eyes, the way that they like draw aliens,
Rafi, are you just going off of eyes because they all?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I have a question to the room.
Chinese are aliens.
Okay, so I have a question, Liz. I know you're down in the audience. Just write the chat. What's your favorite childhood theme song for a TV show or cartoon? Also, Bren, second question. What is the second most person that you hate, or the second person you hate the most? Would it be Buttercup or Almos? Because Buttercup.
Buttercup.
Make Shuki a mod right now. Make Shuki a mod right now. Y'all look.
Hey, Rafi, it's really like, why are you letting him just talk?
No, we can't do it. It's still.
Make Shuki a mod. Make Shuki do it again.
You're not telling
Guys, I have a question for Buttercup. Buttercup, did you dox me for the whole entirety of...
Hold up, Rich, shut up.
I'm not Buttercup. Did you dox me to the whole entirety of Amir's room?
I don't even know who you are.
She's the evil Buttercup.
I don't know what your name is. How would I dox you?
Takia.
I actually somehow kind of...
Why do you ask that?
What? Because all of a sudden they know my name, where I work, the city I live in, my parents' names, well, because it's all over Facebook, so...
I don't know you.
If you talk to Yael,
Takia.
you can give him some information.
I don't know where else to let him talk that.
And Sharmuta.
Why are you asking that?
Buttercup was running
I
around
asked
with
you a
all the Palestinians
question.
today.
I didn't accuse you. I asked you a
I actually tried
question.
to warn you about that.
She's very defensive,
We
Capri.
only had
She's
3
extremely
people in the room.
defensive.
That was embarrassing.
I'll tell you in the end, but I tried to warn you because I heard them talking when I was.
Rachel Silberstein, the Sharmuta, the Khan.
Rachel Judenrat.
Judenrat.
Can you guys stop? That's really mean. I'm like a real person.
Judenrat, capo, piece of
Yeah,
shit.
listen. Shucky, the Judenrat were, you know, she is worse than the Judenrat. The Judenrat were forced by the Nazis to do things.
This is the first time.
She's doing it willingly. She's doing this voluntarily. This is much worse than the Judenrat.
We're gonna come up with a new name.
The Capos. She's an actual Nazi.
Rafi, mod me. Rafi, I need a clean.
Much worse than any Judenrat.
Buttercup, I honestly
Much
think
worse.
that all of this is coming from a place of like actual hurt that you cause your people. So
No, you have damaged the Israeli cause.
Randy,
Buttercup.
but it does.
You have given aid and comfort to the enemy, and you should own it. Look at Randy. Look at Randy speaking over Capri because he thought it was Buttercup talking. I'm talking to you, Buttercup.
Randy, do not talk to my Aryan princess in that fucking manner.
Buttercup, let me be clear, I'm talking to you.
Yourself with
You have given aid and comfort to the enemy, Buttercup. Soon enough, Rafi's gonna mod her. Just own it, Buttercup. You gave. You were in here the other day screaming for Rafi to wake up to make you a moderator to kick in.
Hold on. Everybody, shut the fuck up. Okay? Another person interrupts or does a direct insult, will be in the audience. Be
I
nice.
just came on and
I'm not insulting her. She needs to wake up.
3 women in the kitchen are making more than sandwiches.
No, I said round 3, woman in kitchens making sandwiches, or what else can they be doing? Vacuuming, or come on.
Mopping.
Oh, you're fucking great. This is like Family Feud right now. You're winning, Ellie. You're winning.
I just want to say though,
Yes.
someone weaponizing the word abuse, just because they're caught doing something wrong, reminds me. Listen, I don't interrupt.
Yeah,
Please don't
you're a
interrupt.
Judenrat.
Reminds me.
She is worse than the Judenrat. Let's be
Reminds
clear.
me of the Palestinians. And
You
how
guys
they-
can't do that.
they
Rafi's trying to clout chase off the Buttercup.
Are you guys all fucking retarded?
I didn't attack her. I attacked you.
You attacked me.
Yeah, I did. I said you're clout chasing off the Buttercup.
I don't mind your
Invert the words and its definitions. It's an inversion of
Let's go back
reality.
to the title. Let's play charades, guys. What can else women do except make sandwiches?
Fuck to it.
Bake cake.
They're vessels for procreation. That's pretty much their purpose.
Yep. Cook and clean it too.
Well, I don't
Don't
think
forget
we've
that.
met, but that was a very hostile thing to say to me.
I really don't care. Please don't speak to me.
Her name. You're not the victim. Hold on. Her name is Eli.
Guys.
Her name is Eli. Pronounce it correctly.
Guys.
You know what's great about opinions?
I got you. Don't worry.
Is that they're exactly like assholes. Everyone has one.
Hold on. What about my asshole? I got a special one. Okay?
Yeah, like opinions. Everyone thinks theirs is special. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone
Mine's
has
actually special. You've never seen my asshole.
Thank
It's like
God. Thank God.
It's unique. Jay, that's similar to it, but not all the way there. I'm just saying. But, guys, can I know one thing? Why are the Jews still colonizing Israel?
What the fuck?
I mean, Palestine?
You can't colonize where you're indigenous.
Sit on my cactus, Rafi.
What about Palestine? I want to know why.
Yeah, but he's just trying to trigger Buttercup to like get his room started.
I know. She left. You guys are
You offended Buttercup, Rafi. Rafi, you're mean to Buttercup.
Wow, Rafi.
Rafi, don't be so mean to Buttercup, Rafi.
Wow,
Don't be so
Rafi.
mean to
You
Buttercup.
didn't mod her?
Well, fuck, everybody's in a iffy here being on to my fucking future ex-wife.
She does seem like
Don't
the type.
worry, there's
She does seem like the type of woman I would have been marrying. I'm not gonna lie.
I know. Me too.
You're so mean to Buttercup, Ruffy. We're all
Why,
human
Pepe?
beings.
Because she's pro as well.
He's a sweetheart.
No, she's just. There's something about her.
Yeah, no, there's something about her.
Wait, I have a genuine question, Robbie. Why is Glow in the audience and not on stage in a
That
monitor?
doesn't. Her being dumb doesn't make her unique.
Glow is
So, I mean, what is it about her that you like? She's dumb and she
No, it's just
this
the feistiness. You can tell there's some passion there. It's like all of the recipes for something good and lots of bad. It's just that's just my opinion.
Whoever did that.
Yeah, make Glow great again. Thank you.
Whoever did it beat me, congratulations. I was being slow, but yeah, I was doing it. But you guys beat me.
Sure you weren't.
Do it.
Oh, is she gone already? What happened?
Yeah, she ran away.
Ruffy offended her.
No.
Rafi threatened to kick everybody in the audience if we insulted him.
No, it was Randy. Randy was going in on her.
No, it was Randy.
No, and Shuki and me.
Correct. And I said, if a person insults my future ex-wife, will be in the audience.
Shuki was being nice. Don't be so upset.
Yeah, where are my car keys?
Yeah, you're offending Shuki, Rafi.
Don't offend Shuki.
Yeah, that's not acceptable, Rafi.
me out. But nobody's gonna shut Shuki's mouth.
I just need to keep Shuki in control.
But Brim, the funny part was Robbie said he would kick anybody, and then Shuki immediately comes off mic and starts cussing her out.
Me and Buttercup have a plan.
You shot him all dog. That's your problem, not mine.
It's me and Buttercup's plan.
That's your problem, not mine.
Sweet Buttercup.
That's true, Shuki.
Yeah, and I told you, she doesn't know who the fuck you are. Many times, Capri.
Oh, she know.
Bye, baby.
Oh, she know.
I'm telling you, she does.
She's lying, Ruffy. She's lying.
I mean, does she actually dox people though? I haven't heard her do that. I didn't hear her say things that are like.
I don't give a shit, whatever you guys.
Silverstein, the Sharmuta, the cunt.
Again,
She talks shy. She talks shy.
But no, the person who doxed her is the one that already has her information.
There's the lovely Buttercup. She's on the stage. Hail Buttercup.
They don't believe
אחרי סילברסטיין, the Sharmuta, the cunt.
Shuki, stop it. They don't believe you're
No,
my
no.
future ex-wife.
I'm your what?
You're gonna be my future
You
ex-wife.
are the Sharmuta, the cunt, Rachel Silverstein.
No, Buttercup's lovely.
No, no.
Rafi, this is
No,
a
no,
process.
no, Sharmuta,
I know.
Hold on, guys, hold on. Buttercup, honestly, I think people would stop if you actually stopped trying to antagonize them every single.
Anybody. Why are you doxing?
Okay, I'm not.
She's not antagonistic. She's crazy.
No,
She's
she,
a pally
but
with
she,
Muslim
yes,
supporter.
but she'll come in here, she gets modded, that's fine, and then she antagonizes the people.
Yeah, she's the Jew.
I know,
that gets
I know,
called
but
out
you're
for
hold
house
on,
and
Guys, you guys know she has like an opposing viewpoint compared to most
Yeah,
of the group.
okay, but
And most
Pepe,
people want to come onto these apps to have
Pepe,
a conversation.
Pepe, I was
It's so
fucking
fun.
talking, Pepe.
Yeah, let Buttercup talk. Go ahead, Capri.
You'll come in, you get a mod, okay, and then you're abusive with the mod power, and also, like,
It was a joke. Rafi thought it was funny.
no, but Buttercup, like, but no, but you see, it enrages people here, so,
People were laughing
but,
at it.
but Buttercup, okay, so people were laughing about it so much that they're now all attacking you, and you're wondering why. I'm trying to.
Why they're attacking me.
Yes, it is. I'm trying to explain.
No, we're attacking her because she's a piece of shit.
Wait, I think I noticed a pattern of lacking accountability.
I think Buttercup is really sweet. You guys need to stop being.
Hey Pepe, so then go start your own room with Buttercup then, like no problem.
Shuki's being nice, guys.
No, Rafi said that that's his future ex-wife, and you guys are disrespecting his state.
That's okay. That's
Oh my God,
his future
Pepe,
ex.
you're really annoying,
That's his
Pepe.
future ex, and it can be your present.
Pepe's just
like you.
Yeah, Pepe doesn't actually want to fuck. Pepe doesn't
Pepe, I don't think your opinion actually matters because you flip so much that I can't tell if you're like a fish out of water or not. It's like you're always. flopping on what you say.
Everybody knows what I am. I am flip-flopper.
Doesn't even know
You're a fence sitter.
Yeah, he's the fucking magic card of
Pepe is when
Pokemon
he
in real
doesn't
life.
know who he is himself.
Yeah, you leave Pepe alone too. What the fuck is everybody going on?
No, we said he's the magic card from Pokemon in real life.
I'm not going after Pepe. I've always been honest with what I think about him.
I didn't mean
I
to like
won't call you Pepe anymore. From now on, you're nothing but a pee-pee.
A pee-pee hermit.
You're just a pee-pee. Yellow and stinky.
The other day.
Pee-pee hermit.
I am the Grand Mufti of Arizona. That is what I am.
Yellow and stinky.
Pepe, you don't even know what you are.
Did you ever see pee-pee
I
hermit?
told you, I'm the Grand Mufti of Arizona. That's what I am.
Yeah, you're confused.
And I told you what you are. You are pee-pee, yellow and stinky.
I have a big old Catholic
He has jaundice. He has jaundice.
Stop.
Your skin is a weird color, Pepe.
Oh, it's Niftali, my favorite Michelin. Hello, Niftali.
King of the Michelins.
Fuck you, Pepe.
Yay, Michelin.
That's really rude, Pepe, okay?
Yeah, what?
No, Niftali and I do this back and forth all the time. He knows
Yeah, he
that.
doesn't sound very happy about it.
No, he actually, the first thing he does when he comes on a stage, when I'm on a stage, is he talks shit to me. That's what's what it's not personal.
I know it's true. It's true. And I know Naftali. It's fine. I forgive Pepe for everything because Naftali needs a little fucking wake up call. It's fine.
Oh, what, you're calling me too left now, Rafi?
Oh fuck yeah.
See, Buttercut, I'm a leftist. I'm a leftist.
No, you're not. It's that you're a leftist. Like
Stop
I
calling
don't
people
know.
names, Rafi.
It's not like leftist. It's like the October 7 leftist. I'm sorry to say.
What's an October 7th?
That's a new category.
But isn't that what Buttercup is? Are you choking on a dick right now?
October 7th, October 7th, leftists in the same and that thought that they can help them, and they came and they fucking slaughtered them.
Yeah, that would be Buttercup had she been there. Unfortunately.
How do the people in the Puppet team are such good people? I mean, imagine you're like advocating for the Gazans, and then you offer yourself as a sacrifice.
I did not say that. I said your grandparents that died would be rolling in their graves. That's what I said. I didn't say that they should have died. No, I didn't. I never said that because my grandparents, well, not my
You're telling me I
grandparents.
should have died on October 7th.
Hold on.
I didn't say that you should. I said you would have been one of those people advocating for the Palestinians, and you would have been the first one dead. That's what I said. I didn't say that you should die.
So all this animosity.
I don't give a fuck.
Stop twisting. Buttercup, you need to stop twisting people's words. Shuki, hold on, Shuki. Buttercup, you need to stop twisting my words to make yourself sound like a victim, honestly.
Hold on. I don't know how we got back to Buttercup. But what's it called? Hold on, Buttercup, 1 second. Yeah, where was I going with this? October 7th victims, yes. And it wasn't directed towards you that you should have died, Buttercup. She meant, like, the way you speak.
I would have died.
the
I
same
would have
fucking-
been slaughtered. Got it.
Yes, because they had to say, they had to... No, but the...
I didn't say I want you to die. I'm saying that you would have been one of those people who supports the Palestinians. Oh my God, no, I didn't, Buttercup. Honestly,
We don't want nobody...
Stop being manipulative,
Hold on.
it is. It's very manipulative.
Hold on. We didn't want nobody to die on October 7th in general. Even whatever their political views are. Don't get us wrong. But that was just a wake-up call.
They did kill all of those.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not enough for some people, you know?
No, it wasn't enough. At one point, everybody was united. Now, again, the division is starting. It's very weird. Like, people have fish brains, I noticed.
Yeah, but Rafi, the person that you want and protect so much and you jokingly say that you're going to marry and whatever, it's exactly what you're describing.
You know what? I wish Buttercup to be his wife. That's what I feel she deserves.
The blasphemy, the Jewish women are running out of control on this
You have
room.
a great life.
The Yentas are going crazy.
Try to fuck up DP.
You're just a bystander here.
Yo, Pepe, you're out of control. I'm sorry to say, but I love it.
Yeah, Pepe, honestly, like, you're tolerated in these rooms, but you're quite irrelevant, actually.
No, we love Pepe.
For your entertainment purposes, but that's it.
Pepe's my best. Hold on. Pepe's my best man at the wedding.
It's for your entertainment purpose only.
Brad is gonna inaugurate it. Is that what it's called?
Inaugurate? You're so stupid.
Not enough. What's the thing?
Officiate.
Officiate the wedding. Okay, we're halfway there. Who's gonna be the flower girl? Who wants to be the flower girl, guys?
I will be the flower girl. I want to be the flower boy.
What are you volunteering me for?
Between me and Buttercup.
I called it first. I want to be the flower girl. I want to be the
Can
Texas
you and I
boy.
go to a spa day while Rafi marries the demon?
Listen,
Brad, can I come with you?
me and Buttercup are not the same. I am not Rafi. Have me wrong.
As soon as you have that PTR, you are worse than the left.
So, Brent, right when you left, Florida Man came in the room and we tried to hook you up because Florida Man has kissed a tranny, so he has kissed a man.
Yeah.
But I think he might be open to it.
Not hooking you up.
He's a Jewish police officer, and I think he lives in Florida or Texas.
He's not a police officer. He just got done doing jail time for like fucking 7 or 8 months.
Yeah, but he was a cop for a while.
Natalie Bennett is a great man, Shooky.
What do I wear to a Dead Mouse concert?
Oh, I like
a dead mouse.
Yeah, because Pepe used to show himself in his full uniform sitting in his squad car when he first came on the app.
Yeah, he just got done doing time, so.
Yeah, he probably shot somebody or hurt somebody. We're gonna hook.
Did I wear
Yeah, I've never been to a Dead Mouse concert, but I don't think the fans wear anything.
Yeah, they wear mouse ears on their head.
Really?
No, they come dressed as cats trying to catch the mice.
And Ellie is gonna dress as a.
Ellie, you gotta dress as one big pussy.
Is Dead Mouse a Canadian or is he? I feel like he grew up near the border.
But yeah, so he's half and half.
Legal. ICE is gonna come in the middle of the show.
I went to one of his first shows, actually.
Yeah, he's like not even relevant anymore, I don't feel.
He's pretty, like, he's still got.
He's dead.
When it comes to EDM, he still has a lot of sway and pull when it comes to influence.
Oh, Brian, did you see the back channel I sent you?
Probably not. Let me look at it.
Who's relevant when it comes to EDM if he's dead?
Rafi, you're a married man. You shouldn't be saying that on stage.
Dead Mouse was one of the last, like headliners that would consistently, I mean, for years and years and years, but now, today, it's just a bunch of transient people that they hit the charts just a little bit and then they just
we've been called
never heard of again.
That's not really true.
Yes, you keep it.
Who's big? I'm curious.
I said you.
We have Rufus.
So I just that you might like.
Okay, I'll check. Well, I've been listening to Fred again, but that's more like jungle.
Yeah, but that's also old.
Yeah, Fred again is
He's very old.
yeah, and he's also kind of, I don't know how to put it, he pops in and out, but I would say Dead Mouse was definitely one of the last, like, consistent headliners that stayed relevant and had a big influence on other.
I saw Tiesto a couple of years ago.
Well, Tiesto's way older than him. So like
Yeah,
Tiesto,
I don't really know
Armin
what's
Van
relevant anymore. Like, I don't know. I don't follow.
Who died again of an overdose?
Oh, Avicii?
Yeah, Avicii.
Avicii, I thought he died like over a decade ago.
Yeah, he did. He did.
We're talking
I just
about,
forgot about it.
We're talking about, like, the legends, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of
weird because it just like kind of today it seems like you get people that are relevant for a year or so maybe, and then they just kind of they're just replaced.
Well,
quickly.
that's because everything is about trends and like TikTok and everything like that. Like,
What about Diplo? Diplo is always in.
That's what I was just about to bring up is if you look up. So I remember listening to Future, you know, the rapper, like way fucking back when, And I was like, I wonder when his first album. It was like 2004. Dude's been rapping for like 22 years or something. Same thing with like Lil Wayne. It was like 1999 or 2000 or something.
Yeah, but he went off on a big break, and now he's just made a comeback.
Yeah, like Future, Lil Wayne, 2 Chainz, like all these guys they're still relevant today, but at the same time they're doing it for like 20 plus
Yeah,
years.
but hip hop is. I don't want to be mean, but it's sucked for a while now. Literally the amount of musical talent. It's. I can't. They call it implied chords. They don't even use chords. They do all of this weird, stupid shit, and it's. They went into the mumble rapping like well over a decade ago, and it's a bunch of fucking trash. And I know every generation will kind of
emo rap. It's called what you call mumble rapping is emo rap.
So I understood the lyrics to was probably like the Dre album when he came out with Still Dre. That was the last album. I understood lyrics. Now I don't understand one word they're saying.
You know who started emo rap? Kid Cudi.
Bro, it's like my nephew like 18 he's 18, and he's like, oh my god, bro, you know who Future is? And I'm like, dude, he's been around 3 years before you even fucking existed.
With the rap, basically like hip hop music became more of like a, especially versions of social media, it became more of a who can up who, like in terms of showmanship. Like I'm a gangster. Look at what I got. It's who can have like the most legit street cred. All of this stupid.
But there's another genre is SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah, but that's also like highly correlated with emo rap. And I'm not somebody who listens to any of this rap shit.
But is there like a backpack? Is it called backpack rap? Is that something similar too? I mean, is that a term?
So who?
I might have made that one up.
Probably. Who would you guys think is probably like the oldest, still relevant like artist or rapper?
Drake.
Eminem.
Run DMC.
Well, Drake, how old is Drake? Is he like is he in his 30s?
You think Snoop is still relevant?
But Eminem is still rapping.
Like culturally, and he's came out with a couple songs, but
yeah, I think Drake was kind of like the downfall of rap. I saw him as a incredibly talentless person, at least in comparison to the people who came before him, but there was this huge industry push for him. And
It's Jimmy in a wheelchair.
Because he's half Jewish.
Do you hear me, guys? Because I think Eminem still raps, and he just came out with some new stuff.
Yeah, he's a geezer. He needs to put his cane down.
No. Yeah, but you asked a question about who's still like the.
I don't think.
What about Dre?
There is.
I don't know if Dre's still coming out with stuff.
There is like bowing out gracefully, like Madonna. She's actually doing okay on the charts, but it's like, okay, look, bitch.
What do you mean? She looks like an old lady.
Yeah, she does. But she did just have a few EDM releases that actually started to do pretty well recently within the last month. Now, in the 80s, she was all the rage. She was young, attractive. She could move well because, that's what happens when you're in your 20s and 30s. Now she's this old woman trying to contort her body in ways like she used to, but she's a grandma, and it's kind of fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, but you know what? It's nostalgic for the people that used to listen to her, like when she was. It's like the Backstreet Boys, like they move like they all have back problems and arthritis, but it is nostalgic, and I enjoy going to see them.
They're 20 years younger than Madonna.
Yeah, I know.
To give you some perspective. Madonna's like 68, right?
Yeah, Madonna's too old to be doing this shit. Like even Cher. She had a run up until her late 50s or 60s back.
Yeah, I believe was in her 90s. Yeah.
And I'll say this, at least she had. This is before.
She aged more gracefully though than Madonna.
Yeah, she's also got like way darker skin, which usually means they're less prone to wrinkles. But I would say that she's somebody that also had like. Madonna as well, and natural talent when it comes to being able to sing. I'm not saying like they're great vocalists, but they definitely have the talent.
Performer.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
It's everything. I mean, Madonna ended up being everything, including an actress. Not a great one, but she was. She did do movies.
But she could sing. Okay, she was a better vocalist than most people could be. Does that make her amongst one of the like standout great vocalists? No. Like, could she be Celine Dion? No, none whatsoever. We're not going to compare the two. But
what I would say that the standard is, if you can headline the Super Bowl, then you're a superstar. And she could have either she did or she could headline the Super Bowl, in my opinion. I don't think so. Celine could headline the Super Bowl.
No, but she's. That's the thing, though. Is like what makes a great performer. So Michael Jackson, for example, would hit all of the boxes. He can sing, he can dance. He did all of the shit to put on a really good show.
He acted too.
Yes, but was he the best at any one of those things? No, but he was very good at least all of those things.
He's certainly the best dancer.
Very good. Yeah, dancing is probably where he was.
The Thriller album was the biggest album of the decade, if not more. When Thriller came out, it was the biggest selling album of all time. So yeah, there was a moment when he was literally the biggest singer out there. Full stop.
Yeah, I mean,
the songs may not have been. His behavior didn't help him, but they were met with Thriller that he was the biggest artist on the planet.
The problem with music, though, is it's all gone to shit for a number of reasons.
But that doesn't take away from Thriller.
No. He's incredibly talented. You would have to be talented in all of the areas he was talented in order to create the hits that he created. But I mean, today, if you even look at like what happened to rock bands, it was more of a commercially like the record labels. First of all, bands are notoriously difficult to fucking manage. And they want to break up. They want to do all of the shit that a group of people want to do. And so they just started going with solo artists, and then they come up with these fucking formulas, and it starts to sound like rather robotic, and it's soulless, I guess you can say, and like. Music is really just like sucked fucking dick. Like, I don't think it's a nostalgia to look back at whether it's the 2000s, the 90s, every decade going back to the 50s even, and see like there was something way fucking different about these people. Today, it like the music is so fucking flat and boring, and it sucks.
Yes, you could understand the fucking actual words and lyrics. I don't understand words and lyrics of the new rap songs. Seriously.
Rafi, it's amazing that you understand English. You don't speak it properly.
That was uncalled for. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Rafi, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings.
So like Rafi
didn't hurt my feelings, but that was just uncalled for.
Rafi, when I came on here, we like the rooms I used to do. A lot of black people were coming in my room. He's talking about rap music. So much slang. I did not understand them because do you know what speaking in code is? For example, was one that I did not understand. Why are you speaking in code?
You mean like Yiddish?
Or stay on code. Actually, stay on code was how they would put it. No, it's not Yiddish. No, it's like black. This is like African American. Stay on code. It's derived from pimp culture, but it essentially means is that if you have an outsider, don't show your cards. Keep it private. So you're speaking to a white man. Therefore, stay on code, sister. Like you don't entertain them with certain things, and that's what a pimp would do. This is where it comes. This is where the language comes from. Is like stay on code. In other words, watch what you say to outsiders outside of me, the pimp, and my hoes. It's very lovely, but they're just like. They were like terms like no cap. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
You know what it means.
I know what it means.
Don't be
no lie. But I mean, there is a lot of slang that you're gonna hear it, and you're just gonna be like, "What? I don't know how to comprehend that." And
now you're fronted.
Exactly. And so, no, I actually was on Clubhouse. I actually learned a lot of their slang, quite a bit.
Listen, Pepe, I'll give you your props, okay? You got mad, you got mad respect. Mad people skills.
Some mad, and that's the thing. It's just like I didn't have exposure to it, and like anybody could. But I do remember a friend that lives in Atlanta. He's white, but he could understand it. Like I remember watching a video from Atlanta.
It's
you
called
comprehend what they're saying? I don't understand them.
It's called Ebonics, and I speak it very well.
Yo, guys, I had to change the title. The room title is White People Teaching Black History.
I'm teaching Ebonics. I'll teach you some Ebonics.
What the fuck is Ebonics?
You know what Ebonics is. You take the word business.
Hold on. I swear to God, I don't know what the fuck Ebonics means.
Okay, it's black slang. Take the word business. There's three words.
The white man to know the black.
So it's basically now they call it African American Vernacular English.
No, it's Ebonics. But listen, there's three ways to say the word business. Okay?
Business?
No, bidne, where you put a D in it. Bidne.
Is it because they have a gap between their teeth?
And then another way of saying it is binit. B-I-N-I is another pronunciation of business. Those are two. Bidne and binit.
Do you know what bussin' means?
I'm gonna be bussin' on that fool, like in other words.
No, or like it's bussin'.
You better bust the move.
You're taking
No,
bus.
it's not bussin' move. No.
So when you say bussin', so I'm gonna be. This goes back
like
to the 90s.
I think it replaces like it's fire or like.
You mean like busting?
No, bussin'.
Bussin' was used though even in the 90s.
Somebody gave me a thumbs down, so maybe they.
So okay, like in the 90s, it would mean like this is something that would be said like even here in Phoenix. You're like, I'm gonna be busting on that fool. I'm using more 90s slang.
Bussin' is when something's really good.
Yeah, like it's fire, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm just telling you how it used to be how it used to be used.
Yeah, we used to call that dope.
Here's how it used to be.
That's dope. It's fly. It's dope fly.
Fly.
The fly is like 1990.
Yeah, that's really 90s.
All right. Fresh.
1990.
Well, yo, chill.
You're the bomb.com.
Yeah.
I have to change it.
All right. What about Ebonics for money? Like, what do you understand? Papers. What else?
Cha-ching. They're going to be just making noises now. They're not even using words. They're making noises. Cha-ching.
It's truly stuff. But I don't know. That's old already.
Coin. Do they use coin?
What about bands? Band for band?
Band. It's like is that a band a stack?
How about good one.
This must be so funny.
Type shit. We're so white.
How about for women? Like what are some terms for women? Like obviously bitch never goes out of style, but also shorty.
Shorty's like 1990s.
No, you can still say shorty.
Yeah, shorty. Shorty, go buy me a 40.
They use like they started to adopt like Spanish slang terms like in the 90s, like mammy or mommy.
Mammy.
I said mammy. Mommy.
It's like when Brett tries to say a meme. It's a meme.
Why we big young?
Well, one from the 90s that I love is represented. Like,
I'm picking on Brett. Rafi, why are men so sensitive on this app?
Representing, that came from like the music business, like,
Even the Beastie Boys, these Jewish white boys, would say they represent, what is it? I forget their name of their MCA in their lyrics. They would use that term.
Right. Well, MCA was one of the rappers. He was one of the guys.
Oh, there you He's one of the guys.
No, he was, he was one of the three rappers. He was, that was Adam Hurwitz was MCA. No, Adam Yauch was MCA. Yeah.
I mean, rebellious little shits. I mean, singing songs about drinking the booze, doing angel dust.
Dude, they made a lot of money.
They did, obviously.
They're worth about $25 million each, at least. Yeah. Yeah. Well, ill was a big word for them. License to ill, ill communication. That was a big word for them.
Going back to Brooklyn, I forget it.
Yeah.
Brass Monkey. I can think of some of their songs.
Right.
You know what's funny though is if you want to get a room, because look, there's a small schism on this app that is Jewish, and then you have the Persians, which have kind of like come into the same spaces as us.
Iranians.
I say Persians. I don't.
We're not
tell
all
me how to speak
Persians.
English.
It's dumb.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's another one. I don't fuck with that. Like, I don't fuck with Persians. I don't fuck with that.
I don't fuck with that. I don't be down with that.
No, but now it's fuck with. I ain't fucking with that, man.
But I would say so. But
you want some of that Persian shit?
That shit.
On the English-speaking side of the app, though, the black versus non-black, or the black versus white stuff, way more.
What about Cap?
Yeah, Cap is big. Listen, the biggest change in Ebonics from when I was a kid is the use of the N-word. I mean, when I was a kid, nobody used the N-word. Today, if you're black and you don't use the N-word, are you really black? Because it's like, it seems to be required to use it.
In the 90s, it was weird because you had like the hood rats that would use it, but then you had, I guess you could say the more well-behaved black kids did not use it.
Are you talking about the soft A or the soft hard R?
The soft A.
The soft A, got it.
Did you miss me? I'm back.
We did miss you. We missed you.
We're doing Ebonics right now.
No, I missed. Yeah, but I don't think that these are Ebonics. Like, I think it's just younger kid generation that uses it.
No, it's not. It's actually.
Ow. Remind the females why they have mods.
What? Well, it's to control you, Rafi.
No, it's not. It's not. It's a much more primal instinct. You guys have curves. That's about it.
It's the tits, okay? Exactly. There you go. I love you, Al. You're the best.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you hearts. Hold on.
But if you look at
I sent you some kisses too. Hold on. Do we have kisses? We have no kisses to send though. We're doing sending some fire. We're gonna keep her nice and warm.
But if you look at Ebonics, so like the Scots-Irish had, for example, a lot of words. Like you can look at ask, and some black people will say ax.
Yeah.
And that actually came from the Scots-Irish. So basically, these were like people from the hills. That they were herders. They were kind of problematic and somewhat violent, and had their own issues. But they came from the modern day UK. And they were pushed by the WASPs basically out into Appalachia for a reason. They thought they were inferior trash.
They were
for lack of a better word.
They were Scottish people before their education revolution or whatever.
Yeah, well, the Scots-Irish, so like the Ulster Scots, they were a little bit different, but they would use a type of English vernacular that, in all reality, that is where black people got it from. And so, a lot of for example, the ain't, I don't do nothing, like that kind of shit that we consider...
The double negative.
Yes, that does come from the Ulster Scots, and that is something that did... There's a reason why, there's a slight twist on the accents, but if you were to look at like redneck, or I should say hillbillies, versus what we would consider people speaking Ebonics, it's rather very similar grammatically. This exact same errors, the exact same usage of words. Of course, it's evolved since a few hundred years ago, but yeah, it was kind of taught to them. So I don't. I'm just trying to be fair here.
Cap.
All cap.
Right. Do you hear what Trump said today?
What do you say?
To get real bad.
What?
So Trump said, where is it? New U.S. makes hammer Iran military sites after Trump warns it's about to get really bad, in quotes. Oh yeah.
I mean,
they were like hitting them for like 7 hours straight, apparently.
The thing about Trump is that,
yeah, I know.
In my opinion,
we can't take it serious, but still.
But it's just like the original sin was just like, look, I don't for Iran or the IRGC. Like, good riddance, get rid of them. But just us attacking them, if you don't have if you're not, well, the U.S. has the teeth, I guess you could say, per se. But if you're not capable of using your teeth, why would you attack Iran the way you did? It's not. They obviously called their bluff. I think they're more than aware that, the U.S., at least when it comes to this, they're not. It's an incredibly unpopular war. They're not willing to allow their men and women to go there to fight the war for them. Any of our allies, they're not going to send their sons and daughters. And so, what do we do at this point?
Well, actually, the tune is changing with the allies, if you haven't noticed. So after this, there's even a post I posted.
You're gonna piss them off. Just say nothing. Just let them be.
No, I'm
the tune has changed.
They don't get mad at you. They get mad at us.
No, it's not about you. Hold on. The tune is actually changing with the allies because when they restarted hitting them, Mark Carney, a Canadian Prime Minister, which says he fully supports the new strikes on Iran. Before he didn't support it, he came out openly to something huge. That now somebody that was always against it, they would say, "Oh, all your partners are against us." No, he supports it. And the UK this week has fully designated the IRGC as a terrorist org. So now it's happening in Europe as well.
Who cares what the Canadian Prime Minister thinks?
It's not that. It's the support of the people. When people are gonna see that, okay, again, people are getting
Carney's a fucking joke.
He's a clown. I agree with you. Again, a clown like him told the American people, like Pepe, "Oh, the partners aren't with you. This, that. You guys are on your own. You guys have no more allies." Because of this shit, Kitover.
He's shit talking Israel every single day for doing the exact same
but
shit.
he follows the news, right? The shit talk Israel, he follows the news. But now the news are fucking kind of going the different direction, which is very surprising. It's a good thing. Because they're slowly gonna re-indoctrinate the support should be down. Now the Europeans are supporting. Now the Canadians are can't see nobody supports this war. And Americans are going to look stupid.
Well, I would say this. The thing is, though, is that almost all of us, in the West, do not support the IRGC. We understand they're terrorists. They're bad. They mistreat their own people. There's literally nothing positive I can say about them. I mean, they completely belong in the basket of bad people, and so
threatening to kill the president, threatening to kill all these people. Doesn't matter to Pepe.
Good people.
Yeah, good people.
So, but the reality is, though, is that our Westerners, and this is once again, you're trying to say like, oh, this is Pepe's belief. This is how he personally feels. I'm telling you about the I'm telling you about the popular opinions of the people. They're not on board with sending their sons and daughters to
retarded, Pepe.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, Pepe, but when you sign up, Pepe, when you sign up to be in the army, you sign up to get for the possibility of getting deployed for war. So you don't get to pick and choose where you want your kids to go. Unfortunately, that was choice. Nobody made them sign up to be in the army.
Yeah, usually the military protects the people, not the people protecting the military. It's very weird how it all around in the West. That the people are trying to protect the military instead of the military protecting the people. How the fuck you guys are working everything backwards lately in America? It's becoming funny.
I'm really tired of Americans bitching about going to war. Every generation of my family, from the very fucking beginning, and I am not exaggerating, before this place was a country, went to fucking war.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think Israel is happy that their kids are going to war?
But it makes the man. It makes the man at the end of the day.
Well, it makes you keep a country.
Exactly. And they're all upset about, okay, threatening President Trump's life. Okay, but like nobody looks at like all of the lives that were lost and taken on October 7th.
Forget about October 7th.
So it's okay, hold on, it's okay to start a war because of a threat on somebody's life, but when actually lives are taken, you shouldn't start a war for it.
First off, you're wrong. Because yeah, I don't. If I'm not a Jew and I'm not connected to Israel, I shouldn't give a fuck about October 7th.
Exactly.
Yeah, stop using October 7th.
Rafi, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. Is people are judging Israel.
No,
shut up. Let me finish. Let me finish a fucking sentence, and then you can reply, Rafi.
Okay, but we don't want to fight Israel.
Shut up, or else I'm literally gonna move you into the audience if you don't know how to.
None of this shit.
Okay. I'm gonna finish a sentence and then you
come on, Rafi. I never move mods. This
you
is
literally don't know how to shut up and let somebody finish a sentence before you jump on them.
I understand, but you never fucking move another mod into the audience. Anyways, finish up.
Whatever.
No, but finish up. But I'm sorry to say.
No, Rafi, let me finish my sentence before you jump to conclusions and you make it all about you and October 7th. What I'm saying is that it's okay for the U.S. to engage in war because they're upset about the threat that was made on Trump's life. Meanwhile, they're judging us at the same time for starting a war in Gaza because our citizens were murdered. There's a difference between a threat and actually action.
But hold on, that's a war between Israel and Gaza. The Iran war is right
now. But it's a double standard.
No, hold on. The Iran war is deemed to be a war as an Israel war. I'm sorry to say, he is correct.
That's crazy, Rafi.
Why is it?
Hold on.
If they threaten to kill the president, why is that Israel's fault?
They killed 200 American soldiers, Rafi.
I understand. They killed 200. Guys, hold on. Again, guys, mute up. She spoke, she was muted. Now let me speak. Put your little Jew cards aside. Forget that you're a Jew.
I'm just drawing a parallel of a double standard.
I understand. They can double standard with 9/11 that it's the same ideology of Islam that wants the West destroyed.
I really am not understanding.
But they don't need to know about fucking October 7th. They don't give a fuck about October 7th. Right now, the Iran war, I'm sorry to say, for the Persians, and also put the Persian card aside, I'm sorry to say, let's put it aside. In their eyes, Iran was never really a threat directly to America. It might have been a direct threat to its own. It might have been a threat to its proxies, like Israel, that they paid to defend. Well,
you're actually crazy. And the fact that people in America are crying because people have to go to war, that was their own decision to sign up to serve the army.
That's a different topic, Capri. That's a different topic. We can argue that separately. That I'm telling you that the people now, the population, instead of the military protecting the mass population is protecting the military. That's what I said, which is very weird.
What are you saying this is a Jew war, Ruffy? Is that what you're saying now? This Iran was a Jew war. That's what you said. That's what
We're
you're
saying it's whether it's America or not.
Most Americans, Brad, again, put your Jew card away and put your Iranian card away. Again, don't tell me what the fuck.
I didn't call you what the fuck. I said
No, I don't mean it like that. I don't mean that you're going. I mean, like, don't be surprised. I mean, don't say what the fuck like you're surprised.
No, I'm surprised by what you're saying, Ruffy. I really am.
I'm telling you that again. You want me to lie to you and tell people, oh, this is not the way it is? No, this is how Americans are thinking. It's not.
This is a country that constantly threatens America, threatens to destroy America. I don't understand.
So what? North Korea is a threat to America, but you don't see America invading North Korea. Why?
Wait, Ruffy, if I threaten your kids, are you going to wait until I take action? Are you going to wait till I take action?
Because they're afraid to, and it's not in their best interest to.
North Korea, trust me, threatened the U.S. And
when does North Korea threaten the U.S.? When?
North Korea threatened the U.S.
They've been threatening us for decades. Look, here's the thing: is it like as an outsider?
You're not attacking North Korea. Why aren't you attacking North Korea?
Because North Korea has taken zero action. What have they done?
No, it's because North Korea has all of their artillery. North Korea has.
Exactly, you're afraid to. That's why.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with that.
What has Iran done directly to America except attack its proxies in the region of the Middle East?
What the fuck, man? They killed 250 soldiers or whatever it was in Lebanon and claimed the responsibility, and America did nothing about it, Ruffy. Nothing.
Okay, sure, but we can. I don't want to get into other sensitive talks.
America should have done something before, not fucking 6-10 years down.
What are you going to wait for? What do you want?
Okay, here's what you don't get, and you see the right wingers have been turning on Israel, not because of what's happening, what you guys are doing to the Gazans. Not because of any of this shit. Okay, what we see, and this is literally where I have been.
Can you tell them not yelling ever, Pepe, please?
Sure,
honestly,
please.
my ears.
Okay, can you not interrupt?
Yeah, but my ears are bleeding.
Okay, can you not interrupt and then I can talk
Pepe,
more?
you're allowed, here.
Okay, so where people like me turned very skeptical of Israel is that we do see this as like, hey, we have an enemy. Oh, by the way, Iran is the biggest threat to Israel. It has been. We all,
and to America.
And they're not our biggest threat. China and Russia are much bigger threats. I mean, literally. But when it comes to us saying like, well, no, we're not really.
You're trying to justify something as an average American that has no connection to the land of Israel.
Exactly. That's why I'm trying to make this point.
To this Judaism tribe that we all stick to, okay? They believe, again, what they believe. Don't tell me what the fuck. I'm telling you the actual facts, what's happening in America.
Like, what the fuck?
But Americans believe this is a war for Israel. Because especially how the media portrays it, on top of it, because as soon as Trump comes in, they always say, oh, he's licking fucking Bibi's ass, he's licking Bibi's balls, he's Bibi's puppet. Right away. And you know it's true, and Americans are eating this, sadly to say, and you're not going to change people's minds on Clubhouse to think otherwise, because you're sitting here with fucking 6-7 fucking Jews. They're saying, no, it's a war for everybody. They don't see it, it's a war for the
Yeah, but Rafi, maybe you don't say it the same way.
American citizens.
You don't say it the same way as us because you didn't grow up with a connection to Judaism and Israel.
That's why I said,
This is where.
That's why I said, put your Jew card aside, put your Iranian card aside, and now the average American.
No.
You just admitted you weren't.
Rafi is correct. Rafi is correct here because
they have no connection to that land. Yes, they have no connection because the average American never felt. I'm sorry to say,
But they think that it's okay because their president was. Rafi, their president was threatened.
It doesn't matter. We're not going to go to war for that.
Each other's
but Trump will send his people to war for that.
No, we're not going to. No.
Oh, okay, Pepe.
Again, every president does different actions. Every president attacks a different country, whatever their interest is.
They had some agreement until they decided to threaten him, and now there's no longer an agreement.
Just the timeline, how it all unfolded, because people were mad at what happened in Gaza, that they were getting indoctrinated, that average American, uneducated American, or educated American that has been pushed the fucking propaganda into their head, that the Jews are attacking the Gazans, so the hate for the Jews came, and then Trump comes into power, okay, and apparently out of nowhere Trump goes into war because their interests are aligned with Israel when there's already built up America for Israel. That was under different administrations, that wasn't stopped.
It's okay, but a bunch of ignorances. You ask the average American where Seoul, Korea is, they'll say it's a state in America. They don't know shit from shit.
Okay, no, that's not true. That's not true.
That is fucking true. I've seen it.
So if you're telling me you saw a bunch of retards that were fuck video clips on YouTube, whatever, and they showed you a bunch of retards of Americans, okay, so if they are, okay, so why do you expect them to be smart about this war if you just said you saw stupid people?
Can I say
something? You just contradict yourself.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go.
I think, generally speaking, preventative are not very popular, and I think that relates to what people are thinking in the US.
We should wait until they blow us the fuck up, and then we should do it.
What happens?
You don't understand. We have over 20 years of experience in the global war on terror that absolutely helped nothing. If you want to ask why we are hesitant to get involved in Middle Eastern wars, it literally has to do with our recent experience.
Pepe doesn't want to lose soldiers. Pepe who doesn't want to lose soldiers. Volunteer.
Listen, Sydney died, and they were very quick to say that they were responsible for his death, whether it was true or not. So
prior wars, people like Pepe were patriotic. But I'm sorry to say, America in the Middle East doesn't have the best track record. Even though Donald Trump is a different type of president. So we don't know how this is all gonna play the fuck out. But they don't have the best track record in the Middle East. And during that time, Israel didn't really build a really good reputation with the West. So what do you want me to tell you, Brett? Do you want me to lie to you? You're a grown man. You know the facts, what's happening. It's sad. It's happening.
What's sad is you guys want to wait, and you were the first to say it the other day.
I never said I want to wait. I would bomb you. I would support you.
Well, I don't have Pepe.
Because I always say, you're leading a war for your children. Right.
Exactly.
That's what I say. Because if you're a normal fucking person, you would make sure children of the next generation of your children would live a fucking safe and peaceful place.
Exactly.
Instead of sending them into this fucking war.
Yeah, but I don't understand I don't understand this argument, Ruffy. I don't understand this argument.
This is how they're indoctrinated. It's not understanding. You said you saw stupid people, Brett. You just said you saw stupid people.
I haven't just seen them. I've met them, man. I used to be a tour guide.
So you met stupid people. So why do you expect to explain something with rationale and you expect somebody to say, I got it?
But Pepe's not stupid, and he's sitting in this room time after time. We don't want to. One second.
I'm not indoctrinated. I'm not indoctrinated.
Shut up.
Either side.
I have to say, you sit in here every single day. We don't want to sacrifice American soldiers for Israel. We don't want to sacrifice American soldiers. What the fuck are you talking about, man? What do you expect them to do? Sit on their bases every day getting paid their fortune to do nothing? They join because they want to fight for righteous causes. This is a righteous cause, Pepe. A country that wants to annihilate you. If they have the opportunity to do it, they would. And we want to go in and stop that from happening. It doesn't make any sense to me what you're saying, Pepe. We don't want to lose American soldiers. Like, what the fuck are you talking
especially
about?
since so many people were against, the war that was started after 9/11 and the soldiers that were deployed. You would think that people would think twice before actually joining the army again.
Exactly. What do they want to do?
It's not that. As I said, I'm sorry to say to my American friends now that they need something like an October 7 or 9/11 to reunite.
No, they don't.
Again.
No, they need to wise the fuck up. They need to smarten the fuck up.
Last time America was reunited was after 9/11. After 9/11, everybody was fucking united.
So fine.
was fucking united.
Do it your way.
Same thing what happened with October 7th. Look how fucking divided we were after October 7th. We weren't even more
So
united.
instead of having a never again mindset, people are gonna have a mindset of like, oh, let's have a reminder.
That's why I said people forget. I just said people
let's get
forget.
reminded again.
Yeah,
And
do
have
your way.
thousands
Rafi.
of people die
I can't do it my way. This is the only way
in
you
order
teach
to
something.
take action.
No, but Pepe is arguing for your way, Rafi.
But Brett, so hold on. There's a saying: learn from other people's mistakes, or you can learn from your own mistakes. They will only learn from their own mistake. I'm sorry to say, but that's how it is right now.
Okay, so Pepe doesn't want to sacrifice. Pepe doesn't want to sacrifice soldiers. He's happy to sacrifice innocent people.
He's gonna want to sacrifice soldiers when something happens to him. That's when he's gonna want to sacrifice soldiers.
Absolutely retarded. No offense, Pepe. Absolutely fucking retarded, and you haven't learned anything from history.
And it's not no offense, it is all the offense.
Well,
No, the problem is though is that we are not going to fight for the state of Israel. Like that's.
Oh my God, man!
The security of your country is up to you guys, not us.
Pepe, stay on your computer on Clubhouse very comfortably. Nobody's asking you to go fight any wars.
Oh, you're asking for Americans to do it. That's what you're doing. And the answer is no.
Intelligent, Pepe, but honestly, you're an ignoramus, man.
Welcome on
Absolute
stage, Manny.
ignoramus.
I just want to say something to Manny, please. Manny June, do not engage with Americans or Westerners ever again about this. The reason I'm saying this is because the ignorance and the arrogance that they are untouchable will get them in the end. And
Exactly.
I am done with them. Let them
Exactly.
fix the ignorance and arrogance consequences.
Don't say Westerners, Glow. I'm one of them.
Anytime ever again.
I'm a fucking Westerner, Glow.
I don't understand one thing. I
Not
don't
you,
understand
Reggie,
one
not you
thing.
guys. I mean, you know when.
I don't know why some Americans that are against this war.
Because they lack wisdom. They lack
No, it's
wisdom.
okay. No. Let me ask one question. I understand they might have any opinion about this war, but why are they angry at Iranians and Israelis for that? That is your president that is deciding about this war, and this is the one that you voted for. Okay? You voted for your
Because
president.
when we voted for him, he said no new wars in the Middle East.
Yeah, I understand.
No new unjust wars. No new unjust wars.
Now that president is in office and has decided to do that, and you have, you know the process, how to do it and how to react, okay? This is your country that is deciding. Why are you trying to make it about us? Like, if we said that we want the war, Donald Trump changed his idea and started attacking Iran? Is it like this?
I changed the title of the room. You don't understand.
Why do you think it is about us? Why do you think it is about what we think?
It's not about you. Pepe looking for someone to point the finger on. And
The Jews.
It's the Jews, it's the Iranian, it's everything beside himself.
It's also Santa Claus.
Because this fucking loser piece of shit.
That's irrelevant, Shooky.
Only behind the door.
That's
Totally
irrelevant.
irrelevant. Totally irrelevant, Pepe.
No, it's not, because we're talking about war and who our country sends. It has nothing to do with me personally.
Can you, Pepe, not interrupt?
So, Shucky, stop directly attacking people. Speak normal fucking to people.
Shuki was being nice, Rafi. He was being nice.
What did I want? You don't like it? Fucking kick me out.
No, sit on my cactus.
You see a child next to me. You see a child next to me.
Sit on my cactus.
You see a child and don't teach me how to talk. I'll teach you how to fucking talk. Because no, you're not.
Rafi,
No, you're not. You can kick me out.
No, no one's kicking you out. No one's kicking you out.
And don't tell me how to talk. Normal.
Rafi also realized, okay, that he grew up in the country, his kids serve in the army.
That's why I said put the Jew card away.
No,
It's not a Jew card. What are you saying?
You're fucking talking about...
You don't believe in your Judaism. This is your fucking problem.
Buttercup is infiltrated, Rafi. Buttercup is infiltrated.
I'm not an American. Yes, Mary, you can. 1 second, give me a second. Again, as I said, I'm 100% for this fucking war. I'm 100% for this war fucking yesterday, and I'm
Yeah, but don't
100%
control people and how they talk, though, Rafi.
But I don't know, but people are again getting emotional. And I'm explaining that the
And we have all the right to be emotional. They raped our sisters and our daughters, and they killed
Rafi, the same way.
listen to we have all the right to fucking be emotional.
Rafi, the same way, okay? The Iranians are emotional about their people. We are as well. And that's why we're late to them. But don't control people and their emotions. You cannot. You cannot, Rafi, because you cannot relate. You fucking grew up in Canada.
Sounding whiny. Oh, now we.
Rafi, you spent too much time with Buttercup, Rafi. I feel like you spent too much time with Buttercup.
Honestly, I listen to you guys when you guys are all together in your fucking echo chambers.
It's not about echo chamber, Rafi. You keep saying Juka.
Yeah, this is literally an echo chamber.
Yeah, it's an echo.
If it was an echo chamber,
Yeah, because it's not your narrative and you're not happy with it. That's
because
why.
Again, we're speaking on Americans. An American is not a Jew. An American has nothing to do with Israel or Iran.
Before Americans, I'm sorry, and anywhere in the diaspora, we are Jews, Rafi. At the fucking end of the day, it doesn't matter where the fuck you live.
You have to fight the war. You want me to go sound like this?
It doesn't matter where you live, Rafi. At the end of the day,
I'm not gonna go as a Jew fight a fucking war for fucking again. I'm not down for us to lose fucking people for the Jews, for example. I'm not down.
It's okay.
Israeli soldiers for the
In Vietnam, it was Jews that fought for America.
Rafi, we fight for everybody.
Every war, Israelis was there, Jews was there.
Okay, never mind that. Every single fucking natural disaster that happens in sorry.
Opinion on that. I'm waiting. I'm sorry. I just wanted to share my 2 cents as an Iranian and parent. I'm not an emotional one because I had given all my emotions away. I have said I need therapy, so I'm just going to talk kind of hardcore, like I don't know, hardcore facts. They said, you Americans, like, I understand you have different agendas. Like, you have strategic people working in higher places that are smart, and when they usually dive into a plan, they have different agendas. They try to reach different checkpoints. So your presence in Middle East is not just for Israel, it's also for your own agendas. And you can see it from how, from the ceasefire, like how Trump stopped the war. Iranians were not happy. Israelis were not. You can see a lot of people were killed in all different places in Middle East, in Iraq, in Israel, in Palestine side, which doesn't exist, but I'm not getting into that shit. And also in Iran, who were executed. But you don't give a shit about that, so I'm not getting to that. You are here for a deal. Even now, Trump is fucking them in the ass. He expects something in return, something financial, some incentives. So you guys are not really here to play hero. And by the way, none of you have military power. I mean, some of your family members can be in military, but you're not high decision makers. So you cannot stop your president that much. The Congress couldn't. Trump made sure of that, which was very smart of him. They have no saying in the ceasefire or in the war, and it was a very smart move from Trump's side. Yeah, neither do you. You don't have any power. Yeah, but play like you're here for being, like, I don't know, for a reason of being a hero. You're here to, like Ukraine, you got the half of the mining rights, so I guess you expect something in return. Yeah.
That's what I meant, Mary. If America's involved in this war, it's because Donald Trump believes that it's for America's benefit.
He sees a benefit in it.
Yeah, he sees there is some benefits for America. So if it's true, if it's false, it's Donald Trump's decision, which is your president. So if you're mad, you should be mad at Donald Trump. If you disagree, you should disagree with Donald Trump.
Yeah, but I agree with you, but when you...
Guys, stop. Everybody stop. Who removed KK just now?
It was me.
Why did you remove KK?
You could remove me. You could remove me as a
Why did you remove her?
Because she's retarded.
What is she retarded of? What is K retarded of? Like, what did she do retarded? Seriously, like, what the fuck?
Okay, you could remove me, Rafi. You're honestly, you like literally just lost your mind on it. You lost your mind.
Just talk about it back channel, guys. Talk about it behind the scenes. Like, come up with
Is it KK that's Asian?
KK, yeah.
KK with the big boobs. That's the one that Rafi.
She literally lost her fucking fucking nerd with you, bitch. She literally lost her fucking husband in war. She's a goddamn Gold Star widow.
Okay, I didn't know Pepe.
Okay, no, but just the amount of disrespect. It's a fucking mod.
Holy
shit.
Like, this is what I mean. This is an echo chamber that you're trying to silence people, guys. This is the
Pepe, I didn't fucking know.
You don't mind if I answer from a Trump voter's position?
Go for it, Joe. It's all you.
Thank you for having me on your stage. I don't come on many other stages with the president's room. Look, I mean, realistically, voters voted for Trump because of a strong democracy that would benefit us, the voters that have lived and advocated for Donald all these years. Yes, we prioritize the things in our life more than the world. It is what it is. I mean, you can't blame us for it, right? We just happen to be in this country, and we advocated for Trump for many, 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 many years. Many of us go back to 2016. We've had to have a lot of fallout between our family, and I realize y'all go through a lot of struggles too. And you know, your positions are related to what benefits you in your life with Donald Trump. But you can't blame us when we advocate for a strong domestic policy. And that's largely why the war's not popular. And approval isn't in at the bottom or anything like that. It's just kind of mediocre. No, it's not. It's like around 40%. That's pretty mediocre for Republican presidents. And it's not hard to get to 40%. That's kind of the base, all right? So he hasn't lost the base yet. What he did lose was he lost crossover voters. He lost a lot of Hispanic voters. And a lot of that stuff has to do with domestic policy. It doesn't even have to, with the Iran war. The Epstein flub with the rollout and the messaging, that was a big flub. So all these things added up together. It's not, the Iran war is definitely not at the top of our agenda, but keep in mind how they sold this to us from an American voter's perspective. Look, in and out in 2 weeks. He with the bombing last year, he stayed afloat. He was still above water. But once this has dragged on, you hear the complaints. How many times does he have to say the war's over? But I get it. I'm realistic with it. And I'm a politico. And look, I pull red no matter what. I'm going to support Donald Trump. It'd take a lot more than this for me to give up on him. Even though I'm a dub, I don't want wars. All right? Realistically, I don't want wars. I would hope the Middle East gets their shit together and starts policing themselves. But if you want to know what the agenda is really about, it's about saving the petrodollar. Because if we lose the petrodollar, what we here in America we know of our life will change significantly. It may be across the entire world, but the global economy, like it or not, is because of the American Navy. We're the ones that have largely defended all the trading routes. So it's really important for the whole world, as we know it, that America stays strong. And that's kind of, look, I get it where y'all are coming from. I'm sorry if y'all have any animosity that we don't have the same.
Why do people keep saying that? Listen, we know America is here for their own benefits. Okay, we know damn well, you know damn well, we all know, we're not stupid. And we know that, exactly, and that the Americans voted for this as well. We know that too. Okay, Americans voted for this. Okay, and so they're here for their own benefit, and that's that. Don't be sorry for us. Stop addressing us, please, as if. Just don't.
Like we're stupid.
Okay, cool. I mean, I'm not not talking to you like you're stupid, then why are you surprised about many Americans not supporting the war?
No, we are not saying no.
Guys,
Mary just said exactly what you said.
1 second, I need to interrupt the room. Guys, I need to interrupt the room. I'm gonna be opening up another room, and we're gonna have to migrate, guys, because I want some people to return. But yeah, guys, we're gonna open up another room for us. The Pepe's gonna jump in and post it on the Jumbotron, just migrate there, and it's gonna be a sick conversation. Give me a second.
I'm just saying that Mary said the same thing as you, Joe. She said the same thing.
Cool. I mean, should I not have spoke then?
No, I just mean people.
I respect what Joe just said, Glow. I don't know why you got defensive. I respect what Joe just said.
Being sorry for us. You don't need to be sorry for us. Just don't.
Well, we need to be sympathetic to the cause, Glow. It's not about being sorry.
What Glow meant was condescending. Like, we understand we have one of the highest IQs in the world, but the IQ doesn't count because we have different types of intelligence. But what she meant is that we understand because we have been fucked over by USA before under a different party, which was Democratic Party. They always fuck everything up in the Middle East. So that's why we were kind of happy that Trump got here. And he made one little mistake, and that was giving a chance to the mullahs. Like, he was saying that he was testing them, but dealing with them actually, like, I understand that he wants the Arabs' business because a lot of Arabic countries started buying weapons from you. He got $19.1 billion deal with Qatar over buying a foreign direct investment, FDI. So I understand that this war can be kind of like a showcase of weapons for Arabs to buy new shit. But at the same time, we understand all of this. We have to, because our existence depends on it. Israeli people's existence depends on it. So we understand that. And yeah, I think that's what Glow meant. And what Joe was saying that it actually makes sense, and it was very similar. Like, it resonated with me, and I understand. But I think the mistake with America is that they were staying too long in the Middle East. That was your first mistake with Afghanistan and Iraq. And I think average Americans agree on that you have stayed too long. And you should have finished the job way sooner. I understand that these fucking mullahs are fanatics and it's very hard to do so, but I think you should never make a deal with them, even if it gives you Arab business or something.
I'll tell you what, guys. Okay, so the link, I'll give you guys 2 seconds. The link above on top of the Instagram. And for those of you that are in here, that KK, especially